Good morning. Enjoying a deep breath. Breathe. And as we do every morning in our daily spiritual practice, we begin with deep breathing to remind the mind to be still, to turn all awareness away and attention away from the third dimensional world of effects, and to place all our awareness in and from the kingdom of heaven within. We are reminded yesterday that the kingdom of heaven is in the mind because God is in the mind, the great mind. The universe is mental. Breathe. Breathing, we allow self to simply melt away, the little self. And we allow capital S self in the driver's seat, the egoic self, the little self, the petty self, melting away, losing its influence over our lives. And as this little self identity we have created melts away, what shines in resplendent glory is self. Capital S, the self of all selves, the one, source, known by many names. And we breathe a collective breath together. Go deeper still into your mind with the next deep breath. Go deeper still into your mind with the next deep breath. You are going deep into your mind, past the wild imaginings of a crazed ego, to source, the kingdom of heaven within the mind, the holiness that never left, the love, the bliss, the joy, the beauty that is your very being. And from this well of love, infinite love deep within, See that beneath your feet, in your third eye, is the Earth Mother, this marvelous spaceship. And sense and see that the core of the Earth Mother is a great fire around a magnificent crystal. There's a crystalline core of the Earth Mother that we shall now draw on for energy. Place your awareness at the core of the earth. Remember, the body being still, though this may be, the consciousness can go anywhere, completely unfettered, unlimited. Place your awareness at the crystalline core of the earth. And we know that there is a great energy source within our earth. And with your awareness here at the energy source of the earth, with this deep breath, consciously draw the energy to yourself. There's plenty to go around, more than we'll ever need. Draw it into your being. Draw it in by your command, by your fiat. Draw the energy into your being. Consciously. While at the core of the earth, as your consciousness is at the core of the earth, your consciousness becomes the conduit through which the energy flows to the body that is still in the meditation chair. Your consciousness at the core of the earth, allow your consciousness to scan your body and see where this energy is to be directed and focused in the body temple for maximum healing, reconstruction, regeneration, renewal, correction, perfection. Your consciousness now directing the energy of the Earth Mother to the parts of the body that it requires. Drawing from this infinite well of stored energy, tapping the energy system of Starship Earth. Drawing the energy through your consciousness and directing it to the body temple where it is required. Draw the energy. And as your consciousness is at the earth's core, even as your body is in the meditation chair, scan your body with your consciousness. And now draw and direct the energy from the earth's core to the auric field surrounding the body, clearing any density, clearing any misshapen patterns, aligning with sacred geometry, perfection. Direct now the energy from the Earth's core to your aura. Blaze up your aura. Cleanse and clear your aura. Correct the aura, consisting of the 7 bodies surrounding the physical body. Now, with your consciousness at the core of the Earth Mother, drawing energy to yourself, first the body temple, then to your aura. Now, draw this energy and direct it to all the children of the world who are not in perfect health, right here, right now. Emanate this energy with an intention that it be focused and received and utilized by the children of Earth. All children everywhere becoming well, whole, perfect, remembering their true identity and divine nature. Hold it in your consciousness. All the children of this earth are perfected even now. Emanating this energy at the core of the earth. And now, you amazing witch, wizard, warlock, magical being, magically healing the entire planet now. Focus your awareness on all the teens, tweens and teens of the earth, and focus earth energy to emanate to all the preteens, the tweens, and the teens of the earth, filling them with divine energy for whatever they may be doing today and whomever they may be doing it with, healing the body and the mind and the emotions. We are intentionally healing the world. We are intentionally focusing energy for self and all. Focus the energy. Emanate this radiant energy from the crystalline core of Starship Earth. Vast amounts of power and energy at the core of our starship, almost like an engine that we may all draw from. Draw this energy consciously through your consciousness and focus it and emanate it to every teen, tween, preteen on the planet now. experience all the children, all the preteens, all the teens of the planet healed, whole, perfected. And now, for all the adults on the planet, in hospitals, in care centers, in mental health facilities, all over the planet. Now, focus your awareness on being that conduit, consciously and intentionally, drawing the earth energy and emanating it now to all the adults of the planet, wherever they may be, whatever they may be doing, aligning, clearing, connecting, up-leveling, cleansing, expanding in love. All the adults of the planet, whole, healed, perfected. And lastly, and importantly, we emanate this powerhouse of energy at the earth core to all elders of the planet, those who may be with family or with caretakers, that they have peace, wholeness, flexibility, vibrancy, rest, care, love, peace, connection, all our elders filling with energy from the earth core, the crystalline core of the earth, our engine emanating this bright, bright energy to all our elders. Now, see in your third eye every being on the planet perfected, energized, filled with divine love, whole, happy, aligned, connected. All of the beings of the planet emanating energy from the crystalline core of Starship Earth. Now, as our consciousness at the core, the crystal core of Earth, Starship Earth, bless this crystal core, blessing, appreciating, and honoring the crystal core that is the engine of Starship Earth. Infinite energy available to all. Deep breath. And as we prepare to receive A Course in Miracles lesson today, we join our consciousness with the body, knowing the consciousness is far beyond a body. You are not a body. You have a body. Consciousness can be focused at any point in the entire cosmos at any time. Consciousness is non-local. We do well to remember we are conscious energy, conscious awareness with a body to use as an apparatus on planet Earth, a communication device, as A Course in Miracles calls it, to communicate love. Before opening the eyes, drop the eye gaze down. Slowly opening our eyelids to bring an aspect of our awareness to the third dimension, always remembering stillness on the inside, and that at the core, there's pure awareness. Slowly and gently, we give attention to what is known as the third dimension, the world of effects, the world that shows us what we're really thinking, the Hall of Mirrors. Let's begin. A Course in Miracles, Lesson 58. We are reviewing 5 ideas today. These ideas are for review today. The first idea we are reviewing is lesson 36. My holiness envelops everything I see. My holiness. From my holiness does the perception of the real world come. Having forgiven, letting go, letting go, letting go, I no longer see myself as guilty. Forgiving self and all, forgiving, 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 letting it all go. I can accept the innocence that is the truth about me. You see, we can only accept the truth of the innocence that the truth about ourselves, which is innocence and holiness. We can only accept that if we forgive and let go of our guilt. Seen through understanding eyes. The holiness of the world is all I see. The holiness of the world is all I see. For I can picture only the thoughts I hold about myself. I can only outpicture the thoughts that I hold about myself. Isn't that fascinating? It is impossible to see anything other than your own thoughts. It is impossible, tell yourself, it is impossible for me to see anything other than my own thoughts. It is impossible. The second idea we are reviewing today is lesson 37. My holiness blesses the world. The perception of my holiness does not bless me alone when I remember. Yes, family, when the remembrance of holiness dawns in consciousness, that is not for self alone. It doesn't just bless the person who remembers. Everyone and everything I see in its light shares in the joy it brings to me. That means everyone and everything shares in the joy. That means they could have been mad the second before they saw you. You walked in the door and your joy is now spread to this person and that person and that person and that bird and that blade of grass and that tree. Your holiness is not blessing you alone. It's shared. That's how our holiness blesses the world. There is nothing that is apart from this joy because there is nothing that does not share my holiness. Nothing is apart from the joy. Tell yourself that nothing is apart from the joy. As I recognize, again, know my holiness, inherent purity, inherent perfection, inherent divinity. It is identity. So does the holiness of the world shine forth for everyone to see. And see, it's shared. As I remember, as I recognize, as I forgive, it's shared. I won't be the only one in bliss. That is delicious. It's contagious. Holiness is contagious. These other things you thought were contagious that were going to get you are not. Holiness is contagious. The third idea we are reviewing today is lesson 38. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. Tell yourself, there is nothing my holiness cannot do. My holiness is unlimited in its power to heal. You tapped into it this morning. It is unlimited in its power to heal. Holiness, the holiness that resides in you and I and all, is unlimited in its power to heal because it is unlimited in its power to save. Holiness can save anyone and everyone. What is there to be saved from except illusions? What I thought was true that it's not. And what are all illusions except false ideas about myself? False ideas about myself. My holiness undoes them all by asserting the truth about me. You see, holiness reminds us of our truth, our true innocent nature, free of guilt. Guilt is the number one cause of self-sabotage. So if you no longer feel guilty, you won't sabotage yourself anymore. In the presence of my holiness, which I share with God Himself, God herself, God itself, all idols vanish. All idols vanish. All the things that I've been singing praises to, other than my holiness, Singing praises to unworthiness, singing praises to I feel so guilty, I shouldn't have done that, singing praises to anger, I can't believe they did that, singing praises, songs of praise to the ego. My holiness undoes all that, thank God. My holiness undoes it all because my holiness tells me the truth about me and tells you the truth about you and tells all the truth about all. The fourth idea we are reviewing today is Lesson 39. The lesson that came into the pits of hell and saved me out of the pits of hell, also known as guilt, that we hold deep, deep, deep in our consciousness beyond our conscious awareness. And we thought, I'm not guilty. That's what we think. I'm not guilty. I don't feel guilty. I feel happy. I feel lovely. And yet, you see the repercussions of guilt in the world before you. We see the effects of a guilty consciousness, guilt in consciousness before us. Attacks and attackers, not peace. It is safe to say that anytime I am not in perfect peace, I have allowed hell to intrude upon my heavenly consciousness. And I ought to remind myself, my holiness is my salvation. Since my holiness saves me from all guilt, it saves us. Recognizing my holiness is recognizing my salvation. We must recognize that we're holy. Now, maybe we were told that we are not holy. Maybe we were told only God is holy and the angels and Jesus are holy, but we're not holy. Maybe we were told that. Or maybe we were given that by a million different inferences. We might not have been told it. Maybe a million inferences all throughout childhood said you're wrong. You're bad. You're a scoundrel. You're not enough. Oh, how many messages did we receive that somehow we were not up to snuff? Somehow we were not holy. Maybe no one ever told us directly. I don't remember people telling me when I was growing up, and they all loved me. They loved me tremendously. They were suffering from the same madness that everyone else was suffering from, except those who remembered. They didn't tell me I was holy. They didn't say you're very holy. You're holy because you came from source. And your mind is very holy. And if you go to the holy part of your mind, the whole world would change. If you go to the holy part of your mind and live there, the whole world would change. And so if we recognize that our holiness is our salvation, it is also recognizing the salvation of the world. Once I have accepted my holiness, nothing can make me afraid. Woo! Hmm. Hmm. Once I have accepted my holiness on all levels. Once I've accepted this, I'm very holy. I am a holy thought in the mind of God that never left its source. Once I accept it, it cannot just be a cute idea in my mind. I must accept it on all levels of being, consciously and subconsciously. Once I've accepted my holiness, nothing can make me afraid. Why? Because nothing's coming to get a holy being. See, we're holding guilt and we think that because this is how it works: guilt, punishment. As soon as they say not guilty in the court of law, everybody jumps up and is happy because your innocence has been affirmed and you are free to go. The second they say guilty, you know that you are not innocent, and you know that now there is going to be a sentence of what? Punishment. They call it correction. It is not correction. These are not correctional facilities. Pardon me. These are punishment plans. First thing stripping people of is dignity. And a person stripped of dignity, whoo, a lot of untoward things happens after that. After the dignity is stripped, ooh, a lot of untoward things happen. Once I have accepted my holiness, nothing can make me afraid. Tell yourself that often today. Once I have accepted my holiness on all levels of being, nothing can make me afraid. If I'm still afraid, that means I haven't accepted my holiness. That means I'm still holding guilt for something. Pardon me. Nothing can make me afraid. And because I am unafraid, everyone must share in my understanding, which is the gift of God to me and to the world. You see, if the world has one more unafraid person, which is you, then we must all become that much less unafraid, that much less afraid, that much more unafraid. Correction. Thank you, Spirit. Once I have accepted holiness, nothing can make me afraid. Nothing can make you afraid. Wow. Breakthrough. Lesson 40 is the fifth idea we are reviewing today. I am blessed as a son of God. I am blessed as a child of the divine. I am blessed as a child of infinite intelligence. I am blessed as a daughter of the goddess. I am blessed as a child of infinite intelligence. However you'd like to say it, if you don't like son of God. It all means the same thing. Herein lies my claim to all good and only good. Here is your claim to all good, only good. You have a claim to all good and only good. You have a claim to all good and only good. A claim check. Turn it in and receive it within your consciousness by acceptance of your own holiness. That's a claim check. Turn it in and forgive everything and everyone, including yourself. First of all, yourself, only yourself. Then you're going to experience all good and only good. I am blessed as a son of God. There was not one thing I experienced while we're here in Miami at the 222 Quantum Manifestation event and the entire week with an incredible Never Work Again retreat attendees. There was nothing I experienced other than all good and only good. If you're experiencing something other than all good and only good, reclaim your holiness. Remember your holiness. Take your holiness in on all levels, because if not, that means you're making up something for yourself that is not feeling like all good and only good. And we don't mean some kind of Pollyanna-ish existence. We mean that you know that even you're peaceful, even in the challenges, because these are going to make me stronger. But all this drama and stop creating it. Stop. And not getting along with this one and having spats and having stop. It's not necessary. It's hurting you and the other children of the divine. All good things are mine because God intended them for me. Tell yourself that all good things are mine because God intended them for me. All good things are mine because God intended them for me. I cannot suffer any loss or deprivation or pain because of who I am. I cannot suffer. That's the first thing to remember. I cannot suffer because of who you are. I cannot suffer any loss or deprivation or pain because of who I am. This is a statement of release. This is a statement of truth. My Father supports me, protects me, and directs me in all things, because we have already established that the voice of God is speaking to us all through the day, and that there has never been a moment that we have been without divine sustenance, divine protection, and divine direction. It just doesn't exist. It is not possible to be without divine support, which is divine sustenance, abundance. It is not possible to be without divine protection, to just be tossed into unsafe places. And it is impossible to be without divine guidance, divine direction, also known as intuition, the sixth sense. What's happening here? Go left. I'm feeling go left. I'm sensing something in me is saying, this still small voice, everyone has it. We have never been out. It is impossible to suffer loss or deprivation or pain because of who, capital W, who I am, a divine being. And since our Father, Mother God, I am the universe is supporting everyone, Tell yourself, his care for me is infinite and is with me forever. God's care for me, for you, for all is infinite. It doesn't stop. It's not 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. It's not in one country, but if I go to another country, I'm not safe. God's care is infinite. God is in this country and another country. I'm taken care of as long as I'm at this job. But if I'm not at this job, I'm not taken care of. God doesn't know if you're at a job or not. God doesn't even know what jobs are. We made that shit up. It's not an infinite truth. And only truth is held in the mind of God. All the rest of the stuff, it's bullshit. We made it all up. God's care for me is infinite and is with me forever. I am eternally blessed as his son. I am eternally blessed as his child. Tell yourself, I am eternally blessed as a child of the divine. I am eternally blessed as an offspring of this cosmic happening, this cosmic unfolding, this vastness that we cannot put a name to. So we come up with names, yet not one of the names absolutely encompasses the all of this that brought us here. Tell yourself, I'm eternally blessed. I can't suffer. And I certainly can't be in loss or deprivation or pain because of who I am, yet I can believe I am. It's not a truth held in infinite mind. It is not a truth, beloved. It's not a truth. That is Lesson 58. A Course in Miracles review of 5 ideas. The floor is open. I would like to hear takeaways from 222 and Never Work Again so that we're sharing it with all of our amazing family all over the world, even for our beautiful beings that were not there. Talk to us, mods first and then stage. Go.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm still home in the Bahamas, this beautiful place. My Wi-Fi failed me yesterday. I was so sad that I wasn't on the stage to share, and I fixed it. I don't know how. I pressed every button until my phone worked and gave me Wi-Fi. So I'm here today. So blessed, so happy to be here. My takeaways from 222 are still, what I'm still amazed at, going from looking at these dots on Clubhouse to hugging people in real life, to seeing them in the third dimension, to really feeling the energy and just enjoying every moment of it. So my 222 was really about connecting with everyone that connected with me. And if you didn't, try next time. I just had the most beautiful time in that room, in that space, vibing up with everyone that just wanted this. Just we were on one accord. We were happy, and nothing else mattered. Nothing else that was going on in the world mattered other than what was going on in that room. I love what you did with our galactic signatures. I mean, listen, my truth clan, we are the bomb.com. Okay? And I loved everyone else in the room, how they came alive when they started to understand just exactly how divine they are. I love the teaching. I love the fact that my master teacher was in there, Dr. Julie. I love listening to her teach. And she actually told me that that I did a good job teaching. So I'm really appreciative of being able to serve in this community and to bring to you everything that's been poured into me and just share. And I loved it. Those were my major takeaways from 222. Yep, and I'm almost complete. I'm not sure, but let the other mods talk.
And you're in the Bahamas?
Yes, ma'am. I am loving it. I'm going to give Divine Lady Queen Vashti a tour when we finish Clubhouse, and she'll get to see exactly where I am and how I go to sleep, listening to the ocean, and I wake up to the ocean. It's just a beautiful thing. I love it.
Are the kiddos there too?
Oh no, ma'am. This is a boucation.
Oh
no.
Oh, boucation. Okay.
Just me and my boo.
You
That's
and the
it.
boo. Hello.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking
Hello.
about. Hello.
Don't tell nobody.
No, don't tell no. My lips are sealed. My lips are sealed.
My holiness is my salvation. Yes. I'm holy. I'm doing the holiness over here. Yay.
Baby, do it. Get your whole life.
Oh, yeah. I would like a tour. You need to take that, please. Okay, I will. Yay. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 222 was amazing. If everyone in the room could go ahead and hit those arrow buttons, the second to, they move things around with the new version of Clubhouse. But the second to the left icon there at the bottom, if everybody could share the room, so we can get more people in this room. My greatest takeaway from 222, same as Queen Hadassah, was the community. It is so amazing being on Clubhouse every morning, but literally to meet everyone and to feel everyone's energy. When everyone came in the room, my eyes were too closed, and Dia walked by me while my eyes were closed, and I was like, who was that with that energy? So, you guys don't even realize your energy speaks before you ever open your mouth. So make sure you have that good energy when you're coming into community. But by the time the event was over, everybody had good energy. I literally watched chains being broken off of people. And it's always amazing to see that being done whenever I'm in this spiritual community. Whenever Reverend Love has any type of mic, chains will be broken. So that's always something that I will cherish, being able to come into the space and always leave elevated. My consciousness is always much more elevated than when I came in to the room. I feel like I took a lot of notes, of course, and I got a lot of new concepts, but just the love that was shown on 222 was amazing. And I don't get that I get love on my day-to-day life, but not that spiritual community type of love. And it's just being bathed in that and coming home a whole new person as usual. So thank you to everyone who hopped on planes, trains, boats, automobiles, whatever, however you got there. It was just amazing for all of us to be there. So I just say thank you for blessing me with your presence. And as always, Rev, thank you so much for all that you do for the community. It's so much appreciated. I'm complete.
I was blown away when I walked in and saw the room, because I love hiring people that have their own business versus hiring like maybe a big hotel or something like that, because the hotel, they got money. I like to feed the community and not these, if I can. And this sister Tanya, who has these events, that has this event space, I passed by her event space years ago, and I was like, it looks so nice in there. And she has these different events, and she has an event space, and she hooks it up so nice. I was like, I gotta get in there one day. I gotta have an event there. I didn't know what event it was going to be. And when I got a hold of Tanya, I was like, Tanya, we got some amazing beings coming. Is your event space available for 222? And me and her started talking, and she started showing me pictures of what she does in the event space. And she started doing, it put itself together. The gift bags, the tarot decks, all of it. The entire event put itself together. We have never done an event like that. Never.
Absolutely. That it was jaw-dropping gorgeousness when you entered the space. Jaw-dropping. I completely agree. Out of all the events, and we've done plenty, that one was absolutely amazing from the time you just walked in, and it was so beautiful, and those seats were filled with beautiful souls, and I hope everyone else appreciated the beauty, because if that came together by itself, Damn, that's all I can say. It was absolutely gorgeous. And you know, Princess, pink is my favorite color. And it was so funny yes. Because when I had found out that Tay Tay, I always have Tay Tay Tuesday. Tuesday is my day of the week. So when somebody told me that it was going to be 222, I said, Rev, I'm going to have a 222 party. You're like, I'm already having one. Come to Miami. I was like, look at this 222 party just for me. I said I was going to have a party, and look at this beautiful party. Everybody was like, oh, your 222 party was amazing. I'm like, I know. And you're like, it just came together by itself. That was amazing.
It was incredible. Lady did her song. How you doing, Queen Vashti?
I'm doing well, thank you. I just wanted to give my takeaways from 222. 222 was absolutely amazing.
Reverend C, you have a hot mic. Pardon me for Queen Vashti. Reverend C, could you mute? Thank you so much. Continue so we have great sound for all our listeners afterwards. Continue, Queen Vashti.
Thank you. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I've I did some stuff. Some stuff has happened to me since 222, and I'm not ready to share yet, but things are moving, and it's not always pretty, but things are moving in the direction, in the right direction, in a positive direction. So I'm really happy. Like I said, it doesn't always look beautiful when changes are taking place, but changes are taking place. And I'm sure that me being at the 222 manifestation, quantum manifestation, is definitely a part of that, because when you're a part of something like that, it shifts things for you. It shifts the energy. And yeah, things are happening, but let's go. I want to go to the actual event and how beautiful it was. It was very beautiful. That was one of the most beautiful spaces that I've seen decorated. My girlfriend has an event planning business, and she does that. That was one of the most beautiful ones that I've seen. The pink was beautiful. The white it was very elegant. Coach, you looked amazing. And everyone really was amazing, looked amazing. I was very happy. I am very happy to have been a part of the event, because I knew something was coming, because I kept saying, I love the way our community is coming together and growing, and all the beautiful souls that get on every morning. And I just felt it coming. And it was just so beautiful to have so many of you all at the event that took that leap and decided to be in the room, as we always say, to be in the room. And I'll tell you, my major reason for being at the event was to greet you all, because I had not had, I have some things going on here, some experiences. I'm moving, and I really didn't want to spend the money, and I didn't really want to, take the time away from getting things straight here. But I said, no, I have to be at the event. I have to go there. I have to greet all the ladies and gentlemen that are going to be there. So I really wanted to be there for you all as a senior member of this community. I don't know if I want to say season. I'm going to have to think of another word for that. But anyway.
As an initiated high priestess in this community, for sure.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. I just woke up. Thank you. As an initiated high priestess in this community, I wanted to be there to greet you all and to show you that you have a strong support in this community. So I'm so happy. I was so happy to have met all of the ladies and to see my sisters.
The ladies and honor the divine masculine. Honor the divine masculine.
Yes, ma'am. I was speaking of meeting my sisters that I hadn't seen in a while.
Oh, good.
Coach Michelle.
Beautiful.
And Yes, Coach Michelle and Zaire, and of course Dr. B, and Taya Bell too. Also Taya Bell. I hadn't seen them in a while, so I was happy to see them again. So I'm pretty much complete. It was a beautiful event. Everybody was beautiful. The space was beautiful. That salad was bomb.com. And thank you. I'm complete. I want to also say one thing. There were things that happened outside of the 222. For example, Zaire came to me and said, Dr. B, just say yes. Just say yes. I'm like, to what? She's like, just say yes. I'm like, okay, yes. And so what I was saying yes to was to rise early to go on the beach and watch the sun come up. And it was so amazing to watch Zaire play in the sun coming up. I was taking pictures. She was jumping. I was doing all this stuff. So we had some extracurricular activities, which, you know, Rev, I always engage in these extracurricular activities with our people. So Zaire and I had the most amazing time on the beach, watching that sunrise. We timed it. We got up. We did it. And it was so beautiful. So, that's something that's going to be etched in my mind forever and ever. I just loved it. I'm complete now.
Oh, go, Queen Vashti.
I was going to say, not to mention our space that we were staying in, it was absolutely beautiful. It was not at all what I expected. As I said, I caught it before we got there, what we were actually doing, what the experience was going to be about, our spiritual experience, because you're always going to have a spiritual exercise. And so I guess I've been in the community, so I know, and I've been around Coach, so I can always tell when something's going on. And I said, yeah, something's going on here. But I chose to be a part of the experience because I recognized what was happening. And actually, it was absolutely wonderful. There were no issues. The space was absolutely beautiful. The pool area, the hotel itself, or the hostel itself. And it was just an amazing experience. And I don't know if anyone else knows, because I don't think I told many. But yeah, my roommates were two Caucasian brothers.
Yummy.
I'm complete.
I would have had a ball in that room.
Oh my. I remember the first time when we had our Wealthy Goddess retreat.
Someone speaking? Oh, I think.
But the Wi-Fi is, I don't know. It's making. Yeah, I think Queen had fast with Wi-Fi. It's not well.
Okay, we'll go with Harmony then until Queen Hadassah's Wi-Fi gets straightened out.
Horrible. I'm done.
Oh, we didn't hear you. Say that again.
I'm good. I was just chiming in. Go ahead, Taya. Oh, I was just saying that when we did the Wealthy Goddess Retreat in September, that was my first time experiencing a hostel. But of course, my experience was still slightly different than everyone else's because I booked a single room with me, myself, and my girlfriend. So I didn't have the experience with a whole bunch of different people that I didn't know. But when Rev said that we're staying in a hostel, I said, a hostel? Hostel means hoe to me. Like, I had no concept of hostel besides on every movie, that's where the hoes went. So that's all I knew about a hostel. But yes, when we got to the space, I was like, oh, this is gorgeous. This is amazing. This is a hostel? Because everything that I had heard previously, before our Wealthy Goddess Retreat, was not good about a hostel. So I'm grateful for the experience, because now I know that I can travel the globe, as a lot of digital nomads and full-time travelers do. A lot of them stay in hostels and have great experiences around the globe for a fraction of the cost of staying in hotels. So even that experience of being in a hostel, to me, is a great takeaway, because, like I said, I didn't have any good conceptions of hostels prior to when we went in September. So yeah, love the space, love the generator.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I love about it? We have our lesson. All things are lessons God would have me learn. So if you had any room issues, if you had any roommate issues, if you had any issues, all things are lessons God would have me learn. What's the lesson? What's the lesson? Let me not miss it. What is the lesson? Let me not miss it. Yeah. I think a line is next. Yeah, Queen Vashti.
Just gonna say yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right, Alana's next. How you loving, Alana? We got to meet you in person.
Well, how you loving? I love when you say that. I've been saying pause, beloved. So a lot of different situations. Beloved, pause, breathe. So, and I love that when you say that. So I've been saying that to people. Beloved, pause, breathe. And it really does help.
It helps.
Situation. So, so when I walked into the room, I wrote it down. The first thought that came to me is she gave more than she requested of us. And it just brought tears to me. Because it just was the essence of what you put into it was more than what you were requiring from us. And I just thought, wow, that was so beautiful that someone would do that for us, for me, you know? And so I was just so honored to be there. And then I just learned about creativity. I looked at the stuff that Harmony had, and I said, well, truly, you know, we're just infinite beings. The possibilities to what we can create for ourselves at any given moment is just infinite, you know? So she was sharing with me different things, just like she shared the book thing. You know, people go back and look at the book thing she talked about. With Reverend Val, that was really a lot you can learn there on how you can create ways for different things. So I was just so blown away by everything. And then Dr. Jeewer, she looks like my grandmother. So she doesn't, I mean, she looks old. She doesn't look old. My grandmother's no longer in this plane. But when she was here, that was her complexion. Mm-hmm. That was her hair color. And she wore her hair like that. Down like that. Parted like that. My grandmother was the only one that I really would listen to. She was the most strictest. She was way more strict than my mom or anybody. And she could just look at you and just pierce your soul. Like she'd say, I don't know if my granddaughter did that. Let me get there and look at her in her eyes, you know, because I just couldn't lie to my grandmother. So she just brings out, she's just like a ball of fire. Even though she's speaking so calmly and distinctly, she just feel like the fire can get inside of you from her. And so I was just honored to be in you guys' presence. It was just beautiful. And then every time I went to do stuff, like I went to pay for things, it just worked out in my favor. I don't know how it just did. Whether it was like I'll click on Uber and this thing, they'll say, let's go here, and Uber say $35. And then I'll just, okay, just wait. I don't know what I was waiting for. Then I'll wait and it'll be like $8. I click on it and it's done. And then they said, how we gonna get back? I said, I don't know how we gonna get back. We'll just get back. And then I went to click on it. They said, you got a promo. And the promo was $2.22. I mean, this was awesome. Just little phenomenal things. We got off the strip and I got up and I said, you want to go here? And they said, yes. I said, let's just say yes. I don't know what we was doing. So we tried this free ride. It was called a freebie ride. And we got on that. I said, well, let's go to Starbucks. Let's go here. She said, yes. It was her in charge. They ain't doing charge. And then we got down to the end of the line. I said, you guys just walk on down to the Starbucks. And they said, where is it? I said, oh, it's on the other side of ACIM. Like, I've been there. Like, I know that area. And it was right next to H&M. Then we got down there. I said, you guys want to go here? And they was like, yes. We just went yes to everything. And we had some great experiences. We met Sophia, and we met these hostesses that were dressed like goddesses, and they just looked so beautiful all the time. And so we came back there a couple of times and met them. They just kept giving us free drinks, and it was just beautiful. And so that was a great experience for me. And then when I got back home, I got my daughter the quantum shirt, and she was really excited about that because she works her business full time, and so she's manifesting a lot of stuff. And then when I got back, I said, let's go get a pedicure. And then my daughter I don't know what was going on, something was happening with her, and she was upset, and she said, I'm just gonna stop fucking with my parents. It just came out and said that right in the middle of a pedicure. And I was like, huh? And then I said, okay, there's a reason this is showing up. So instead of me getting into it with her, I was like, oh, this is showing up in my reality right after the manifestation, quantum manifestation. So wow, just look at me talking to me. That's what I said to myself. Nice. And I let her talk. And then the next day I woke up and something said, go get your baby. So normally I just let it fester. I said, I'll go and got her, and I said, this is the lesson that God would have me learn. So I went and I knocked on her door, and then she said, Mom, why are you at my door banging like the police? And I said, because I'm coming to get you. So then she opened the door, and I said, you forgot to get your shirt. And she opened the shirt up, and she said, oh, they made this shirt. And then she just started talking to me about other stuff. And then I hugged her, and then she told me how she felt as a child, and I really listened to her. Then she wanted me to take her out, so I took her out yesterday to a dinner, and then she explained to me how she felt about some things, and I just listened to her. And then I was showing her Dr. Jiwa, and I said, well, maybe, you can start going deep. She said, that's the kind of work you were doing? I said, yeah. I said, I was showing her the site, that I showed her your site. And I said, so everything that shows up in our reality is a part of us. And she was just quiet. She was listening. And I was saying, so when we start looking at things like that, you can heal a lot faster. It's just like, it just accelerates things. And she was listening. And then she was saying, so what do these people do? And I was explaining to her and stuff. And then she said she saw the video. She saw you walking around with the video and stuff. And I was talking to her about it. So I said, so coaching is not just, she said, well, this brought a whole nother level to coaching for me. And then I just listened to her. So I'm learning to just listen more and not be defensive. And their reality is their reality. And when I'm learning that. And when things are showing up, I'm learning that, okay, that's me. That was me. That was me over here too. That was me over there. And so when you do that, it really ain't nothing to talk about. That's why I said to Reverend Love, once you see yourself in everything, then there's no need for talking. It's just about all things are called to love. All things are called to love. They are. They really, really are. So as I'm sifting and applying pressure where it needs to be applied, I just feel like I'm on a whole other level, and that I don't have to struggle. I don't have to fear. I met people on the plane. And I met people in the airport. It just was a great experience. One lady I met at the airport, and she said, my name is Talia. I said, that means morning dew drops. It's Hebrew. And she said, I never in my life met anybody that knew what my name meant. And so we exchanged numbers. She lives here in Texas. And she was talking about her daughter. And I said, hey, welcome to the club. I got a daughter too. And so we just hugged each other right there in the airport. And she said, I just meet a total stranger and tell her my business. She said, well, I just felt like I could talk to you. And so then I got on the plane. I had paid for a different type of seating, and somehow got mixed up, and I was in C group. On the way back, going the way front, I was in the front of the plane. I don't know how that happened. I was able to get that, and then on the way back, I said, I'm not going to be sitting in the back of the plane. The man says, it's impossible. You in C. I said, watch this. And so I got on the plane. I said, I want to sit by the window. And he said, I'm just going to be watching this. So I was in the seat group when I got out. And I said, hey. And he said, how you behind me? I said, listen, it was a seat available. It was right by the window, and it was not in the back of the plane. It was just a great experience. And I just want to say, I'm just saying yes to a lot of different things. I don't understand, but I just been saying yes. And I just feel like I'm a new person. And I'm just so grateful for how things are enveloping, how they're unfolding, and how things are changing, even in the structure of my family and my grandchildren. I see that the whole family is being changed as I'm being changed, as I'm changing, and things are changing. And so, everything is a call to love. I'm learning that. And so I'm not so defensive. And I yield. Thank you so much.
That is delicious, Alina. Alina, you know what came to my mind as I was listening to you? Just a few weeks ago, or only 2-3 weeks ago, you said that you were going to come to the events next year. Do you remember you said that? You said, well, maybe next year. We were like, you took yourself out for the whole year. And then you said, oh, let me not do that. And then boom, you were at the very next event. Got on a plane, and when it was at the very next event, it doesn't have to take a long time, family. Change your mind right here, right now. You remember?
Yes.
You did it.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. I'm just excited. You are such an advanced learner. You just don't know
for sure
how you are embracing these lessons. I've watched you on the stage go from arguing with Rev. I'm not going to accept that from you, Rev. And how to the humbleness, the acceptance of the lessons, the acceptance of us as your community, and just the way your learning has unfolded astronomically. You are an advanced being. You just don't know. I'm watching this unfold in front of my eyes. Alina, you are amazing. 100% amazing. I'm complete. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love seeing Queen Vashti, Queen Adasta, Harmony. Harmony just do things big and beautiful. I just love that about her. She's so extra, and I like that.
Girl, let me tell you, I love extra people because I'm extra. I love extra people. Okay, bring it.
I love it. I just love that. She's so beautiful. I love it. It was just a beautiful experience. Yeah. But I got my breakthrough dance in on Rappers Delight, honey.
Come on now. We did Apache and Rappers Delight. What? Tonto, jump on it. I was like, okay, a spiritual event has erupted into a full-blown party. Oh my goodness, that thing was so fun. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We was getting our life,
okay. We got our whole life. If you didn't get up and dance and move your energy, that's on you, and get all your chakras right. Yes. You can get all your chakras together, and you get to dance off a whole bunch of emotional wounds and trauma and this and that and the other. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And then Eminem. Oh my goodness.
Yes, I like that too. Oh my goodness.
Lose yourself. Yes.
That's what church should be about, like that, That's church. I like that. It's just people coming together. It's just beautiful. I just had a good, and I love the guy that was there, the male energy.
David. David, he's in the chat on YouTube. Uh-huh. Ah, David was on stage. And God morning. And I told Tanya, I said, listen, we got one brother coming. We can't have him sitting on no peaks cushion. Please, can you put one black cushion out for our brother? She was like, oh yeah, no problem, no problem, because our brothers, we can't have them all laced up in pink and all that kind of stuff. So it was so beautiful to see our brother. Oh my God. Hold down the masculine energy for us. Wow. Like Princess is next. Come on.
I love it. I felt like Cinderella when I went there. Oh. It's like day and night of when it's like the retreats versus when I go back home. Well, I've never left home for a retreat yet. I feel like it's, when the clock hits 11 and she has to run away before the carriage turns into a pumpkin and stuff. So like, I just feel like a whole different person. And I feel that I'm ready to transform my life into something that I want, and I'm ready to change my mind to reflect the life I want. The dancing was beautiful. Everything was so beautiful. Like, it was like from the ceremony, the vow of silence we took, that we the cleansing, everything was just it just screamed witch.
We love that.
Yeah. And every time I go, I meet so many different people. I connect with certain people who I resonate with, and I get new numbers. I get new Instagrams. I found a spiritual coach from the last retreat. I found friends through the last retreat. I'm always reminded that I'm not alone. I always felt alone in my journey, trying to piece together spirituality and stuff, trying to piece together what the Bible says about being more in tune with your spiritual side. I've always felt alone trying to interpret it, and now I find like people who are like-minded like me, like learning about the quantum jump. I really want to master that, because I would love to learn piano and guitar from another version of me in an alternate universe that already mastered it and already became super rich from everything. Like I'm willing to quantum leap. I may not be ready, but I'm willing, just like you said earlier, that I am willing but not ready, but I'm willing to do the work. I'm complete.
Woo, you're about to reach out to a doppelganger that already has one of your doppelgangers that already has it.
I'm going to research it. I'm going to master shadow work first, and I'm going to work on my chakras, and then I'm going to do doppelganger outreach.
Quantum leaping.
Because I can't be in this just over broke as much. I mean, these just over broke situations, that job. That's not my life. I go to work like, what am I doing? I'm just paying bills at this point.
Do you notice that for Lake Princess and everyone on stage who was there, do you notice that you don't know when your breakthrough is going to come in an event? You don't know if it's going to come, breakthroughs. Let me put it plural. You don't know if you're going to get a breakthrough on the plane with the person you're sitting next to. You don't know if you're going to get a breakthrough when you're in the Uber going to the hotel. You don't know if you're going to get a breakthrough when you're checking in. You don't know if you're going to get a breakthrough with a conversation in the room. Your your huge breakthrough may not even happen in the room. Your breakthroughs, and they are definitely not limited to the room. You're definitely going to have breakthroughs in the room when we all come together, because where two or more are gathered in my Father's name, there I am also. Your breakthroughs will come just on the beach, walking with a couple of friends to get some coffee, smiling to someone talking to someone in an Uber. I had so many breakthroughs this week. I'll just be writing and processing it, because your breakthroughs can come at any time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And people People look at I want to show you something right now. I'm going to show you something right now. So people go, and this is what they do. They look at, let's go to valerielove.com. And if you can pull up the global events page at valerielove.com, because I added the Christian Witches Convention to it because the price is about to change. So if you go to global events and you see these events, right? And then you click on the event. Let's say you're looking at Dubai, because now we're going to Dubai. And you click on, okay, let me find out more. And you look at, oh, this is going to be a quantum leap. Okay, okay, registration closes on 4/4. Okay, okay. What am I going to learn? Okay, oh, we're going to have this. Oh, we're by the beach in the desert. Oh, Burj Khalifa. Okay, okay. You're looking, then you look at the agenda. Oh, okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, no, I don't think I want to learn these things. Oh, Burj Khalifa. And what happens, what you don't realize is what's on the website we could not even put on the website. There's no website that it can even hold the transformation you will experience on multiple levels of your being. So people look at the website and they're like, oh, well, maybe not. They don't go with their heart and soul. Your heart and soul says be there. You're looking at the website and all up here, the conscious mind, all up in the mind, all up in your noggin. And you don't know that in the Uber, you're about to have a blasting breakthrough. Just breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. Soon as you set your foot out of your house and go on the hero's quest away from what you normally do. Harmony, you was about to say something?
Well, I was just going to touch and agree. Like, of course, we go over everything that's written in black and white. Yes, that happens. But however, that is not all that you will receive. And as Rev said, like, my first time going to Dubai, yes, she went over everything that was on the paper. We went over everything that was written out in black and white that we said we were going to receive. However, the breakthroughs and everyone's breakthrough is different. Mm-hmm. My breakthrough was different from Queen Hadassah's breakthrough, was different from the other. Sorry, I got a phone call. Everyone's breakthrough is their own. And only the universe knows what your breakthrough will be and how it will change your life, but just know that your life will be changed. So even if she just put up a page that says, we're going to Dubai, your life will be changed. That's all you need to know. And just trust in that and be open to receive whatever it is that is for you. It shouldn't even matter what the bullet points say, or what the agenda says, or what the excursions say. If you know and truly believe that your life will be changed, then that's all you need to know to get that yes and to go with that yes. Because every single event, my life was tremendously changed. And that is how you up-level your life. That's how you leave those JOBs, those just over brokes. That's how you're able to hop from New York to Miami to Bahamas without even thinking about it. Like, that's how you live that God life, though. I'm complete.
You know, G would call me on a Sunday night. I still remember the exact day it was. She said, hey, how you doing? Hey, G, well, what's up? What's up? How you loving? Oh, not much. Hey, you want to go to China and Hong Kong? I was like, yes. Like right away, my spirit said yes. I didn't know when we were going, who was going, what's the agenda, how you getting there, what's the dates, what part of China and what part of Hong Kong. Y'all are asking too many fucking questions for your own good. If your spirit say yes, yes, I'm going. You feel it in here. Your spirit say yes. Okay, get my bag, start packing. We're all on a need to know basis with spirit. When you need to know something, spirit will tell you. Otherwise, chuck you need to know. Chuck it. Chuck it. You need, well, what we gonna be doing there? Well, who is it? Well, what's that? Well, what's that? Well, how does that work? Well, where are we going? Well, who they doing? Who's gonna be there? And then. You are slowing down your own blessings. You putting your mansion on brakes. You putting your global travel on slow down. You said, slow down all my manifestations, please, because I have to know how everything's going to happen. Please slow down all my dreams. Please slow them down to a snail's pace, because I have to know how everything's going to happen. Who's next?
Good morning, everybody. This is Dia.
Dia, how are you? It was so good to see you. Dia, I'm telling you, I don't know what I had in my mind about what you looked like. You are this great.
Her profile picture does not look like her.
Her profile picture don't look like her in real life.
Change her profile picture. That does not look like you in real life.
She is this bright light, this bright light. I was like, Dia, oh. Go, Dia.
In my defense, that picture is a couple of years old, but I don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted to say thank you to you, Reverend Val, and your whole entire team, because all of you walk in excellence, and that whole room exuded all of that to me. The whole atmosphere, I mean, even at the hotel, it just exuded excellence, and I was just elated to see that. So the energy that you all saw in me, that was pent up energy from me being in my house by myself for all of these decades, and just wishing and praying for like-minded people. My spirit granny, Barbara Sher, always said that isolation is a dream killer. And I never really took it to heart, because I had always been in situations where when I was with groups of people, they doused my fire. But when I was in that place with you all, and you all celebrated my fire, it was such a magnanimously awesome feeling in my heart. I just can't even really put it into words. But I'm just thankful that I took a chance on myself, because I was like Queen Bass said, I had saved up money for a certain purpose, and I didn't want to spend it on that trip. But I'm thankful that I went on and did it, because it was worth every penny. And it was worth every minute that I spent working for all of that, because it was for the purpose of being there in that moment with you all. And I'm just grateful. I had an intention, like you told us before we came, to set your intentions for what you wanted to get out of it. And I've sat for over 2 decades with negative memories of my sorority experience. And that is what made me not want to come and be around a bunch of women, even if it was some men sprinkled around here and there. But I said, I just want to create some new memories to crowd out and eliminate completely the old memories. And I am so grateful that I can sit here today and say that I have done that, because the way that you set that whole experience up, it was so unexpected to me. I thought we were going to be sitting around the tables listening to a lecture. I didn't know we were going to have an experiential experience throughout the teachings, and I really enjoyed that. It took me back to my military experiences, and I really, really am so thankful and grateful that you all have crossed my path. I wish I had met you all when I quit my job in 2018, because I would be right there where Queen Hadassah and all of them are now. I just know it. But I'm thankful that I've met you all now, and I'm just looking so forward to the days ahead. And I'm like Princess. I'm trying to get out of this workaday world and get on to where I should be and just be able to say yes at the drop of a hat. So I'm thankful and I'm complete.
Ooh, Dia, you said a mouthful there, because when we have these negative experiences, like I ain't gonna be around a bunch of women, like that can be, and even if, like you say, brothers sprinkled in, always honoring the divine masculine, if we have these negative experiences, that can be like a fence, like a force field. I don't want to go into an experience like that, because why? I see only the past. I'm seeing the past. Kudos to you and congratulations to you for pushing past that and for saying yes, and for taking this money. I have this money saving up for something else. And you know what? My spirit is saying go. And wow. What tarot deck did you get?
I got the tarot to go. And one thing I want to say about that, well, two things. First of all, me and I think 4 other women at my table, we all attracted the same deck. And I thought about how our personalities were, and I was like, it couldn't have been anything else. And then my other thing was, before I left home, like I've only had 2 decks. I have one tarot deck and one angel card deck that I've attracted throughout my life. And my tarot deck is a little mini deck. And I was just like, ooh, I really love mini decks. I just love mini decks so much. I wonder, am I going to get a big deck when we get our gift, or what my deck's going to look like? So when I saw my little tarot to go, it was more mini than my mini deck. I said it couldn't be anything else. And I love it. I thank you for it. Thank you.
You know, Dia, everyone, pardon me. You know, everyone's tarot deck that came to them, the tarot decks were so magical. They jumped out at me too. Everything click, 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 put it together. So we cannot look at any one person as the person that put the whole thing together, because our collective consciousness aligned with divine mind put it together. Divine mind already knew who was going to be in the room, what day we were going to be, long before any of us knew anything about 222. Divine mind, it was already held as a perfect and complete unfoldment of extreme transformation in the mind of the divine. We all simply walked it out, and you could tell something else was doing it. Woo! And when them angels showed up to me days before and they went over to the place and stationed themselves in the 4 corners, I was like, it's on and popping. They were there while Tanya was doing the decorations. I don't know if she knew. I'm sure she did feel something was up in there with her. And I asked Tanya, okay, Tanya, we need a caterer for lunch, a nice light lunch. And she said, oh, well, you need Reggie. That's literally how it happened. One thing led me to the next thing, led me to the next thing. Please don't look at the whole thing and get overwhelmed. Take the first step. Well, let me just secure the place. Then she can do this, she can do that, she can do that. Okay, what about the food? Call this person. Do you see that you are following a cookie crumb trail through the woods? You don't get the whole story up front. Move yourself. Woo, who's next? I love it.
This Dia, I want to add one quick thing.
Yes.
I have suffered from food allergies. That's why I left my job in 2018. And I was kind of worried about what was going to be served at the event. But when you said the caterer's name is Reggie, that's my brother's name. And I knew I was sick.
Synchronicity.
Without worry.
Come on, synchronicity. I love it. And Reggie, I'm telling you, Reggie was such a sweetheart. Reggie said, don't worry, I'll take care of everything for you. He was a food angel. I said, okay, Reggie. He said, no, we're going to do this. You want some ribs? I was like, Reggie, we can't give the people ribs. It's the middle of the day. They got to stay awake during the afternoon. No ribs, Reggie. Because I can do macaroni and cheese too. Oh, I can do a mean macaroni and cheese, Reggie. No macaroni and cheese, Reggie. It's got to be all live food, salads and fresh food. And, we have vegans, we have vegetarians, and we always have the full spectrum. Vegans can eat, vegetarians can eat, carnivores can eat, everybody can eat. I said, it got to be live food, Reggie, because everybody's got to be awake in the afternoon. He was like, okay. He said, how about some chicken? I said, chicken is fine because a lot of people eat chicken, like some chicken breasts or something like that. And wow, Reggie did. He was like, what about a cake? No cake, Reggie. Cookies. You get yourself a chocolate chip cookie. Okay? A light, satisfying lunch that's aligned with what we're doing. We can't eat a whole bunch of heavy stuff, right? It might not be in alignment with the quantum lightness that we're experiencing. I love it. Energetic match. You're matching energy. Woo! Who's next?
I just wanted to comment on Dia. When I was taking pre-orders for shirts, and she said she had back channeled me and said she needed a size small. I was like, is she sure? So, because she has such a huge energy on stage. So I'm like, okay, I packed up her smalls. And then when I saw her, she reminded me so much of Jocelyn, how it's like such a small person and body, but such a huge spirit. Like when you look at Dia, like her spirit was outside of the building, like how we do the meditations, and that golden light is so huge. That's Dia. So when I saw her, I was like, okay, I got it. Spirit, because Spirit kept saying, like, I'm like a small. She doesn't seem like a small. But it was because I was seeing her energy. Her energy is huge. Her and David. I'm like, if I could take Dia and David's energy home, I'd be all good. So her energy was so huge. Her energy was bigger than Miami altogether. So I was like, that's why I kept saying, I don't know about this small, but she said she needs small. She probably could have used an extra small in a shirt size, but her energy bigger than all of the room. All I saw was this huge being when that I saw that itty bitty body and this huge glowing light. It was just so beautiful. I just love you, Dia.
Thank you.
I would have never got that from Clubhouse. And she has this big booming voice. I would have never got Dia on Clubhouse. Never. I could have listened to her for 1,000 years until I see Dia in the eyes and hug her and see her and be in her presence and her energy. I would have never really got Dia. Because trust me, I was amazed. I was amazed at everyone. I was like, I didn't have words. Who's next?
Good morning, beautiful beings.
Journey, how you loving?
This is I'm so in awe of everybody. Still, my soul has been floating around in this place since I left the retreat. I'm so happy to have finally put a physical body to so many beautiful faces. Reverend Z, Sister Unique, Sister Dia. These are the ones I was closest to during the retreat. Sister Angel, who I've been waiting to meet with the beautiful baby. I walked into that room, and Rev, you look like a beautiful Black queen sitting on the throne. The energy in that room was amazing.
Yes, it was.
Then everybody started popping off and the dancing, and it felt like a home away from home. And I want to thank everybody for that, for inviting me in their space and embracing me with love. It was so much love in that room. So much love in that room. And I wasn't sure how I was going to do originally, staying at a hostel. I didn't know what a hostel was until that day. And I was like, oh, who's going to be in here? I wasn't in the room with any one of the sisters or brothers from my coven, from my tribe family. So I was like, I didn't know what to expect. But on the last day, my heart had grown a little heavy when I realized I wasn't going to be able to stay for the network again. So I meditated before I left, and I spoke to Spirit, asking that he keep me in the place that I was in when I arrived there. A roommate came in on the way when I was about to leave, and she looked so distressed. So someone told me, put your luggage down and talk to this sister. It was a Caucasian lady. She was a little older, and we had an amazing one-on-one. consultation with each other. She was getting divorced and she was having problems at home with her adult children, and she had lost her job. She was really down in a way. And by the end of that conversation, before I left that hotel, she embraced me and she said, I just want you to know that you have such a beautiful soul. And I'm going to take this with me, and you have renewed my strength. And we just cried. And I realized that maybe I wasn't able to stay for that work again, but there was another reason why I was put in that room. And it was to meet her. And this is my first retreat. It definitely will not be my last. I intend on being on every one that Spirit leads me to this year. On the plane, I asked Spirit to give me clarification for what I need to do to be able to stay for the duration of every other retreat. And all I kept hearing was right. So since I've stepped in this house, I haven't stopped for writing. I'll be putting out a book shortly, and I'll be letting everybody know. But I just want to say thank you, Reverend, for giving us this place, this safe place to belong. It means so much. Thank you. And I am complete.
Woo, Journey, it was so good to meet you in person. Journey is an initiation. So it is just amazing to meet you in person, Journey. Amazing. You know, after the Zooms and whatnot, amazing. By the way, family, this is the beginning of the month. And you know what we do at the beginning of the month? We have our initiation class this week, Wednesday night. You cannot join initiation right now. Initiation is currently closed for the year because we have our incredible witches and wizards in initiation, witches, wizards, warlocks, and magical beings in initiation. And they will be initiated on December 21st and of this year on the winter solstice. And we do have open for you if you still want to get the mystery school and money magic. Then you want to get into Ascension, because Ascension meets this week too. So mystery school classes are this week. If you are not in Ascension, what's happening? Get into Ascension. So Ascension, you just go to ValerieLove.com and it is right at home. Ascension, show me Ascension, and boom, you can see all the details for Ascension when we meet. Please don't join Ascension just to jump in and jump out. Please don't. If you're going to jump in and jump out, don't join. I'm telling you right now, don't join. Join Ascension because you're ready to do the work. Don't you? Because you're ready to practice alchemy of yourself and alchemy of your money. It's spirituality and money magic. Please don't join Ascension if you are curious. Please don't join Ascension if you don't finish what you start. Don't join Ascension if you're a whiner or crybaby. Don't join Ascension if you're not self-motivated and self-initiating. You must do your study and your research. Don't join Ascension if you have those qualities or if you're still working through that. If you know it's for you, hop in because we have class coming up this Thursday. Thursday is Ascension. Wednesday is Initiation. Who's next?
Good morning to you, Reverend Val. This is Zakia. And good morning to your family.
Hey, Reverend Z.
Oh my gosh. There's so much that I want to share. So first of all, this was just an amazing, I don't even have words to describe. I use amazing, I use phenomenal, I use fantastic. Just to be in the room. You all talked about that when we were at 222. It's being in the room. And it's seeing face to face all these beautiful souls that I have been seeing since we started ACIM. And the first sister I connected with was Sister Chandra. And we hugged and embraced, and then Dia came. Dia, peace and love, and we sat down and had a nice lunch together in a little restaurant. It was a nice little restaurant there. And then everybody just started coming in, and we just knew each other by our faces that we see here on Clubhouse. And it was just so beautiful just to be in the energy of such love, absolute love just oozed out from everyone. I think my biggest takeaway, and the generator itself, I had stayed in a hostel before, but I had never stayed in one like this. Reverend Val, I just want you to know. This place was just, it was just elegant to be a hostel. It was just the kind of place that you can feel this kind of energy with. You know, it was down to earth, people from everywhere, so nice, so kind, and the colors were magnificent. I had looked at videos of the generator before I went, but it did not compare to actually having the experience of it. I just fell in love with the outside area. It just felt so tropical, you know, felt like I was in an island somewhere. And I don't know, it was just an amazing experience. So I think one of my biggest takeaways, I ain't gonna say I think, one of my biggest takeaways was that I got it that I can create anything I want. Anything I desire, I can create it. So I was, like many of our sisters, placed in a room with ladies that I did not know, which was absolutely wonderful and fine. I met a couple of them kind of going and coming. But I sat on the side of the bed and I said, you know, God, this is nice. I think this wasn't really the experience that I was looking for. And so as I was sitting there meditating, one of the things that I had asked when I called for the reservation is I wanted a view. I wanted to, is there a view? Is there a room that you can see the sea? And the lady kept saying, well, yeah, there is, but. Anyway, didn't get that. And I just knew that wasn't supposed to be who I was supposed to be with. So sitting with Chandra later on, she talked about, well, there's nobody in my room except Princess. And Princess was on her way. She was driving. And bottom line was, by the time Princess got there that evening, no one else had checked in the room. She said, well, why don't you just come? Princess said, well, see, why don't you just come and stay in our room? And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. The really kind gentleman at the front desk said, oh, no problem. We can move you. Everything was just like an open door. Everything was an open door. And I got to share the space with Chandra and Princess and got to know them a little bit. I got to know Chandra. I already knew Princess. But that was just great. And then the next night, I followed behind Sister Dia. That sister can manifest too. And she had a private room. And I said, oh, dear, I love this room. You could look out her windows and see the sea from where she was on the 16th floor. I said, I want that. That's it, right there. Come on. And it happened. I was able to have the last night there in a beautiful private room and wake up and see the sunrise in the morning. I wanted to walk down to the beach so much. I really did. But I said, you know what? I actually be able to look out the window and see the sunrise. And I did that. And so it was just lovely, just me, myself, and I wanted that experience. This my getaway, although I wanted to be around all of you, but my purpose, one of my purposes for being was just to have some me time. Because I needed that. I needed not to be able to have to take care of anybody but Zakia. And that worked out magnificently. So anyway, so that was part of it. And then of course, every sister that was there was just so kind, so loving, so supportive. They helped me get in and out of the van when I was trying to get up on the van. And I was like, come on, Reverend, we got you. Everybody kept saying, we got you. And I just felt so loved, so supported, so honored, so absolutely honored to be in the presence of all these beautiful, beautiful souls. And so it was, I got what I came for and more. You all were talking about so much
how when you're traveling together, things just open up, and that's what it was. My heart opened, my everything opened. I was just filled to overflowing, and I'm so grateful. And I do want you to know, Reverend Val, that I came back even more, I guess, what's the word I want to use? Encouraged to sign up for Christian Witches Convention. And so I said, oh no, I can't miss out on this. I can't miss out on Christian Witches Convention. So I'm on the phone with Khadijah, and I said, Khadijah, why don't you come and go to the Christian Witches Convention? And she said, I said, New Orleans girl. She said, oh, I've been working for it. So we already signed up. Now we are registered. And for anyone who does not know who Khadijah is, she's one of my best friends and a coach, and my coach and Reverend Val put us together so many years ago on a book when we were doing a book coaching class, and she was my accountability partner, and we've been friends ever since. So much came out of it. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Journey, I'm just so honored. Just such a, oh my God, all of you are so beautiful. But when I saw Sister Journey, I just said, whoa, and she came in with those African earrings on. I was like, okay, sis. Everyone was just beautiful. Alina didn't tell y'all she had a coochie meditation that night.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, Miss Alina did a coochie meditation, and Alina didn't get to experience it that night, but I did experience it once I came back home. So go back on Clubhouse, y'all, check that out. She was so fabulous. Everyone was just so amazing. And Taya Bell, honestly, that t-shirt or shirt that you that you sold me was so perfect. I wore it. I put it on as I was getting ready to leave. I had my 222 Quantum Manifestation bag and my 222 Manifestation shirt, and I just walked just so proud. And of course, people say, what is that? Oh, we just manifested. We're just in manifestation. We're ascending to higher heights of awareness of who we are, and that we can manifest all that we desire. So I could just go on and on, but I won't hold it up. And no, Brother David's coming up. And I also wanted to say to Brother David, it was so good to have you in the house. Oh, yeah. You added that wonderful balance of the divine masculine that we needed, and you just are such an amazing young man. I was watching some of the videos, and David was dancing as we were doing our dancing around. Oh yeah, David had his dance on, so it was just amazing. So if you haven't gone, family, please join the next one. It's phenomenal, and you're gonna love it. So I am complete, and I love you all. Peace.
Reverend Z, when I saw that Khadijah Ali was coming, I was like, Khadijah! I haven't seen Khadijah in I don't know how many years. I can't wait to see her. Oh my God. Can't wait.
I know she can't wait to see you either. She is so excited, and she's gonna bring her boo, and I'm gonna bring my boo, and they're gonna hang out while we're in classes together.
Girl, girl. I mean, what's better than a bunch of witches, wizards, and warlocks and magical beings in New Orleans coming together for the convention, eating beignets and doing all the deliciousness, and we're going to some cemeteries too, doing all the deliciousness. Okay. Yummy. David! Thank you for saving us, David. Holding down divine masculine energy. Come on, David. Talk to us, our brother.
Good morning, God beings.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning, David. Good morning.
Oh my God. The sounds of your voices are just bringing me back to 222. I really have a breakthrough story to tell you guys, because I had been put on the hero's journey truly. And Reverend Val, ever since we started doing the daily spiritual practice, and you enforced that an untrained mind can accomplish nothing, I really chose to step up to the plate and take that to heart. And so when you said go out on the hero's journey and buy a one-way ticket, and I remember clearly when you guys were coming together as community and giving unique encouragement and breaking the scales from her eyes and her getting out of her own way. I too, at the same time, was like, you know what? Holding on, fighting the battle of me holding on to the money that I saved here, doing a job here, because I work as a bartender, and I put money in this investment here and there. But like the greatest investment is the investment in yourself, capital SELF, spirit, you know? And so once I paid for the event, and I just started to see quantum manifestations happen to me instantly. And I manifested a flight there, and I put that one-way ticket there to go. And then ideas started coming to me, and I reached out to a friend that I helped drive all the way from New York, from the Bronx child, all the way to Miami. And I don't drive like that, so you already know. Like, the karmic retribution came back full forward, and I didn't have every step planned out along the way, and I saw the universe come up to meet me and serve me. And speaking of serving, when I think to the retreat itself and me driving there and, breaking my friend's car axle, which, thank God, I'm okay. The car is okay. Oh, the only thing that snapped was the axle, and getting there to that event and coming in there, that space, when I walked up to the generator that day and seeing everyone in white, I just felt a sudden peace. I felt a sudden peace and a connection and just at easeness. And, I had a bit of a moment where I realized I went through all that stuff in the morning to get there, and I didn't eat anything. And then I was walking around like, where can I go and get something to eat? And literally, I was at the cafe past the museum with the red walls. I don't know if everyone remembers or not. And I found a cafe. I went online. It was 8:20 to try to get a smoothie. And the guy tells me, we'll make a smoothie. I was like, how long is it going to take, sir? He's like, 5 minutes tops. And I'm like, okay, let me just say yes to that. And I stand there, and it's 8:25, it's 8:26, it's 8:27, and I'm like gnawing at my skin. I'm like, I'm honoring my commitment to time. I'm not going to be late for my breakthrough, because I'm determined to get my breakthrough and to be reverent and respectful of the community and fall in line and respectful overall. And so as I'm walking out the door to leave the smoothie behind, she pours the smoothie and raises it and says my name. So I run, go grab the smoothie, and then run a short, couple of minutes to get back to the front of the generator to make it just in time for everything. I mean, it was just a beautiful experience. Driving to a place in Florida, I had no idea where we were going, but I was traveling with these beautiful women and just going into the unknown, walking into the room, and I'm from New York, so naturally my guard is always up, and who is this, and what's going to happen, am I putting myself in the same situation? And just, stepping into the mind space of surrender. And when it was ready for us to all walk in, the cleansing, and I won't give too much away because you really have to be in the space to get the full effect, just the cleansing of our minds and bodies, and then walking into that place of peace. The music was so zen and just so grounding. And I walked over, and oh my goodness, I forget the sister's spiritual name, but Tania greeted me to my feet. I saw that you guys honored my masculine presence with my black cushion, which I loved, and I thought was so fly. Black is my color all the way. And I just felt it was the little things that happened within the whole event where I felt so appreciated and so welcomed. And just as I sat down and I was looking through everything, people were being seated, and I was trying to tap into peace, and I was feeling natural nervous energy, didn't know what to expect, and then I found myself connecting to the moment and being, allowing myself to be taken by the music and the experience, and close my eyes. And then we started with that meditation, and I was like, oh, it's familiar. You know what I mean? Just, you know, it felt like how I feel when I watch you on YouTube or listen to you on Clubhouse, and, you know, you connect and you go within, and the words just, you know, brought me back to a sense of peace. Even though I had attack thoughts in my mind, what are you doing? You know, attack of fear. Where are you? You don't even know where you are. Doubt. Are you making the right decision? Look at the money you spent. Anxiety. You don't know who these people are. You know, what could happen to you? Like, it was a battle in my mind, and I just kept winning the battle over the attack thoughts because they're not real. And then opening your eyes, and then the event starting, and seeing all the beautiful faces in the room. I was lucky enough to be the only masculine presence in the room. And if there's any other masculine presences out there, come to the event, step in the room. Trust me, there's no feeling like being overshowered with love from so many powerful sisters and feminine energy, and just the wise witches and sages, and all of that. It was beautiful, from every look and every hug and every handshake and every kind word and every uplifting moment that we had in the room. I just felt like all the little battles that I thought were battles were just not even a factor, you know? And Dr. Rev, your words, your teachings, and just your point of view, and how Source runs through you and gives you the right words to say, it just, you know, it's perfection. And then meeting Dr. G. Lee, and just her point of view as well, tying in spirituality with the anatomy and physiology. I bought her book, Core Perfectum, and I started reading a few of the first couple of pages, and I was just like, wow, like this woman is brilliant, and all of the beautiful souls there. I mean, the food, the music. I will share a little testimony with you. As you guys mentioned, the Eminem song, "You Better Lose Up in the Moment." I was riding in the car with, and forgive me, sisters, the names are not coming to me right now in the moment as I'm speaking, and I feel like it was Sweetness as well in the car with me. But that we were riding through and talking, and Princess was in the car too, and we were riding through, and all of a sudden that song comes on. Whoa! In the car. You know, synchronicities everywhere are happening. And I just felt so light. And then, I mean, it was a beautiful experience. You have to go in the room. I'm definitely going to, I already bought my ticket for New Orleans Christian Witches Convention, so I will be there. But it's a beautiful event overall. But I also want to share a personal testimony to you guys as well, because as I stepped out onto the hero's journey, and I got into this space where I needed to repair my friend's car. You know, I take full responsibility for that, and you know, financially I was not prepared for that, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know, honor my commitment, respect my friend, and pay for the car. And so I paid like a down payment on the car. And the beach day that I thought I was going to have, I was like, you know what, let me walk into a bar and see if I could possibly get, you know, a gig or something. Because you can pick up gigs, you know, relatively quickly if you're experienced as a bartender. So I go into this bar and I have an amazing conversation with the bartender there. And he's giving me a list of amazing Miami hotspots to, you know, apply for, where you can make great money in a week, and, you know, that type of thing. And then he mentions this one restaurant called Mila, which is right around the corner. He goes, excuse me, I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'll try to. No, it's all good. But he mentions this restaurant named Mila, and he says, you know, the restaurant that is right around the corner, and they're doing open call, like, you know, auditions, interviews from 12 to 4. You know, you should go by. And people who go to this restaurant is like the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, the famous soccer player, U2, like celebrity clientele. Like, you could make buku bank in that restaurant. And I said, you know what? I mean, listen, Spirit and this entire spiritual community taught me and it reinforced within me the spirit of yes. So I'm just going to say yes. And it was 2:30 and the interview was at 4. So I take my last bite of guacamole, pay my bill, and immediately, tell Siri, hey, find me the nearest Kinko's. And I walked over to the nearest Kinko's, which happened to be 7 minutes away, not far at all. I print out my resume, I buy a professional-looking black folder, then I walk to the car garage, which is like 12 minutes from the Kinko's. I go to the car, and I'm wiping sweat off my body. And I'm putting on my, because I brought work clothes, work attire, just in case anything might have popped up, because I want to prepare myself for anything. I kept myself open. And so I looked really, really fly. I had a really nice paisley shirt, black slacks, hard bottom shoes. And I walked in there and I exuded all of that beautiful energy that we manifested in 222. And I walked in there like, this job is mine. And when you walk into that restaurant and you look at that restaurant, it was insanely gorgeous. Like easily $10 million had to been spent on just the interior design alone.
Come on. Talk to me.
High-end Mediterranean Japanese.
Come on, talk to me.
The finest of the finery.
Talk to me.
And I go in there and I interview with HR, and she's telling me, when somebody's interviewing you and the interview is like short-winded and, curt, that you're not going to get the job. This woman was like, asking me question after question. So, what's your favorite drink? What do you like to make? What do you think about the classic? And I was just engaging her, and like I could feel the room stand still while I was speaking. And I was like, whoa, like those are the type of powers that we all have within us, where it kind of shocks you that you can command a room and your presence is that strong. And it was like, okay, wow, well, this feels great. This feels big. And so then she invited me to speak with the general manager, and I I talked shop with him, and we talked about money, we talked about intentions, expectations, and all that. And then he goes, well, we'd like you to come in and do training next week, but can't be Monday or Friday. When can you come? And I go, Tuesday. He goes, at 4 p.m. and I go, yes. And then I walk out of the restaurant and I almost fall out in the street.
What? I'm sitting on the edge of my chair over here listening to this story like, what? And I can see you yay tall because you're like, what, 6'6" or something? How tall are you?
I'm 6'4", but my hair makes me about 6'6".
Yeah. I mean, you got the hair, you got the looks, you got the move, the swag, you got it all. So when they walked out, they was probably looking at you like, well, this is the dude right here.
Oh my God, I received that. I totally received that. And, at that point, I'm just, trying to piece everything together. And, situations happen, and I end up meeting my dad, who I think I'm going to stay with. And then I can't stay with him because it's retirement community and, what have you. And so I just accepted it, let it go. And I ended up coming back to New York. I'm in New York right now. So I shared my...
Wow, you got back that fast.
Oh, that thought, Reverend Love, let me tell you what happened. Yes, I came back on Sunday with my father and his fiance. I flew in together with them, and it was beautiful and smooth, and everything went with ease. And so I came back to New York, and I shared my story, and I shared my testimony with my best friend. And I said to her, listen, I had this amazing opportunity to work at, this hotspot, and she goes, and she asked me, when's the interview? And I go, Tuesday. And, I was like, oh, I'm going to repivot. I'm going to tell them, listen, thank you for the experience, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we can revisit it at a later time. She goes, no, I'm going to help you get down there right now. I said, what? I was in awe. Like I had no words. She was like, we're going to do this because that is your scene, as your vibe. You felt connected. I know that you can get these jobs. She believed in me so much that she invested in me. Right, hold it, here's the kicker. She invested in me. So I'm like, oh gosh, I still have another flight. I'm booking my flight to go back. And she's looking at, so where are you going to stay? And she's like, well, I found something online. I was like, is it the generator? She says, yes, how'd you know? I said, oh my God, I'm staying at the generator.
I hope y'all know that place is magical. I hope y'all know that. Okay, continue.
Goodness. Oh my goodness. It is so magical. Like the night that the sisters were trying to get me to stay there at night and it didn't work out, I ended up staying at Hotel Catalina down the street. I was like, I really want to stay in this place. And look at that. My friend booked me 4 days stay there. I'm flying back to Miami tonight to be there for my interview on Tuesday. So, I mean, I will just say quantum manifestation, when you jump in and stay committed, it works. It works through you. It works around you. It is real. And my faith has never been more emboldened in my life. I just love this community. I love and respect all of the beautiful women that contribute and give their all and enlighten and are insightful. And I'm honored to be a masculine presence in this community. And I put out the energy of welcome to any and all to come in and get your breakthrough, because I'm getting mine and I am complete. Love you all.
Wow. I almost don't know what to say, David. Once again, God has me speechless again. Why don't we trust the divine? Why don't we trust it is doing everything and is doing it perfectly beyond what we could even fathom or conceive or ask for? I'm blown away. You went back to New York and somebody funded you to come back to. I'm stunned.
No, because she had put that on the website when you were going to register for 222. When we say you can't put certain things, we can put the agenda and follow it, and you make it you will get breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough throughout the day. But it's all of it together. I'm sure when David booked his ticket for 222, he had no awareness or no thought or did not even conceive that he would be going back to Miami, possibly moving to Miami, getting funded to go to a return trip. Like, we couldn't have put that on the website.
I had no idea.
We had no idea. We're just all saying yes.
Yes. You just have to say the yes, and whatever breakthrough you have is definitely for you, but it's bigger and better than you could ever imagine. And Reverend Love, I will never forget when you told me, when you were talking about my Brookie, my niece, and you said, before she was born, did you know what she would look like? I said, no. Did you know what she would smell like? Did you know what she would sound like? Did you know what she would feel like in your arms? You don't know what that greatest feeling of all times will be until it arrives. Like, I couldn't have said, oh, give me my Brooke. Like, I wouldn't have known how to even say that. So a lot of times it's those biggest breakthroughs that complete our life or make our life go round we couldn't have asked for. So that's why when we say you just have to be in the room, you have to say yes to these events, and you're not saying yes to us, you're saying yes to you and your destiny.
Hello.
David, thank you for that testimony. It definitely blessed my spirit today.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And everything was magical. Wow. I did my first tarot reading that night. And do you mind if I show you?
Please do. Please do.
Okay. So that night, the night that I was going to go back to New York, I was in my father's place. I had already bought my ticket and spent all this money. I looked at the deck that I got. Was the Jungian Tarot.
Ooh.
And I'm not really familiar with that. And I'm learning it and all that. And, so I was just like, you know what, let me just, touch the cards and shuffle them and just see what comes up. And I shuffled them well. I break them in threes, put them back together, and then I laid on the first three, and it was the Prince of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles.
Ooh, 10 of Pentacles, money, baby.
Hello, I received that. I received that. And those cards really reigned true for me. If I can just read to you quickly, it's a very small definition of what they all mean that was provided in the box. The Prince of Cups. Where are you? Here we go. So the Prince of Cups, Sun in Cancer, and my birthday is June 28th. I'm a Cancer. Sun in Cancer and Moon in Libra, the charming Sun, emotional, romantic, center of attention, can be delightful in a group. Being constantly pursued has made him self-centered and superficial, gives little of himself, which is part of his attraction, afraid of being hurt, and avoids conflict. all awareness, all just like it reigned true for me in so many ways and gave me an awareness of things to work on and all that. The second card was Eight of Wands, which is, I'm flipping through, y'all, so I don't want to take up too much time.
Go right ahead.
Eight of Wands, okay. So Eight of Wands is right here. Mercury in Aries, intellectual activity, rapid flow of ideas expressed in literary activities of all kinds, books, articles, etc. Work or originality, even genius, produced quickly. But unstructured ideas must be organized and grounded, or speech will be rash, consequences ill-considered. Hit me like a ton of brick when I tell you hit me. Let me go through. Ten of Pentacles. Here we are, Ten of Pentacles. Saturn and Capricorn, isolated power. A powerful individual alone, isolated by winning and maintaining power and wealth. Nothing more important than money and power. Ambitions are studied. Disarming directness and arrogance. Strength may hide personal insecurity and loneliness. Like, I'm on the hero's journey. Sometimes the hero's journey is a lonely one, but I've never truly like, I mean, these three cards couldn't have reigned true. And I just, was like, okay, I slept and let it go and came back to New York. And now look, I'm so amazed and I'm so happy to share it with you guys. And I look forward to all of your testimonies, and be in the room, make the leap, and do your work. And so it is in Ashe. Love you all. Love you, Reverend Val.
Oh, David, you are, oh my God, you are blessing my soul. And in the words of Queen Hadassah, Ashe, motherfuckers, Ashe. Okay.
You know how big, like, when we talk about divine,
this is huge.
Energy, he held it down, like that divine masculine energy held it down.
Oh, he did.
For 39 women. And I just watched how David lovingly took care of everyone. Like, even when it was time to eat lunch, he literally stood in the back of the line and waited for all of the goddesses to go through before he got his own food. And I just watched him just serve all the women, and the women were, recognizing that as well. And he's like, yeah, my mama taught me well. And he said he has sisters. So you can tell that he really honors the divine feminine. And I think a lot of people, myself, I'll just speak for myself, I know that having issues with the divine masculine, you need to be around people like David who honor the divine feminine, so that we can also, break that feeling of whatever it may be that we have with the divine masculine. So I feel like David was there for me. I don't mean to sound selfish, but having that experience with the divine masculine was amazing. So again, David, thank you for being present for us and with us.
You're so welcome.
Amazing. When I saw a man register, I went to Harmony. Harmony, a man is coming. She was like, woo, I know, right? We were so happy.
Well, David, you are my brother for life. I love you.
Oh, yeah. And his energy is incredible.
So beautiful. I mean, you are just, well, you're from the Bronx, so you already know. Love you, David. Yeah.
Just really great energy. I'm in awe. Everyone was having their own experiences, and I'm in awe. David, you are on. I sense the word that's coming forth from me now is I see a fork in the road, and I see that you went on an entirely new trajectory. Like you came to a fork and you chose freedom and soaring. Like you chose it, which meant that you would have had to have been preparing. You would have had to have been doing the work so that when the opportunity came to go back into the old or to soar forward on the hero's quest into the unknown, the void, Mr. Frodo, Harry Potter, that what the hero, what we don't understand about the hero is, and what we perhaps do understand about the hero and could understand even more, is that when the hero strikes out on the hero's quest, there is a helper. There are helpers that come. There are helpers. So I'm pulling up the hero's journey right now on the webs on a screen share, and there are steps. There's the call to adventure. Then there's supernatural aid. Then they meet the guardians at the threshold. The threshold, you could turn back because in the threshold, you're about to go into the underworld. You're about to go into the unknown. Then you get a helper and you get a mentor. And then you experience challenges and temptations. The temptations could be to go back, challenges, great challenges. Then you go all the way down to the bottom, which is the abyss, which is death and rebirth, which is where the revelation comes. Then there's a tremendous transformation. Then there's atonement or a rebirthing, a resurrection. And then there's the return with the elixir or the gift of the goddess. All that hero's journey. All that hero's journey. Scary as hell. And David is on it. David is all in on it. Scary as it. The hero's journey has some hair-raising moments, but wow, what a roller coaster ride. Come on, David. Do that. Do it. Oh goodness, who's next? Wow, y'all are blessing my life. Good morning, Angel. How you doing?
Oh my gosh, like I'm still high from this trip. Like it is, ooh, like I got my life. Like I came with the intention of being free, like of getting unstuck, and that is definitely what happened. The event itself, like even on the way, first of all, standing outside the generator with all of us in white was the most like beautiful thing. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, and watching like. While we're being silent, like I was watching the cars that drove by, and I don't know if everybody saw how many necks was broke on Collins Avenue on that morning, but every car that I saw like turned around and was like, oh my God. And riding in, I was in Lake Princess car with Ozzy and Sweetness, and we were silent, and that silence, first of all, let me say, I've never had so many I have nevers happen in one time. Like, I've never been silent for hours, and to be silent for like 2 hours, it felt so amazing that I'm like, when I get home, I'm going to tell my children, like, Mommy's not going to talk for like 2 days. And I'm literally going to do it because I got so much from being silent. And then to walk into the room, I have never felt that much love at one time. So much genuine love. And Reverend Val, like, your presence and your energy is so healing alone. Like, all the love I thought I didn't get in my life, like I got that day. From hugging you, from hugging Harmony, from hugging everyone, from hugging Dr. B. It was everything. It was everything to Alina. Like, oh my God, Alina, I love you so much. Like, she pulled me under her wing, and I got checked so many times this week, but it was all out of love, and it was just amazing. And my tarot deck, amazing. I got the same one that Alina got, which I found very interesting. But I feel like Journey, I was pouting a little bit because I just knew that I was supposed to do the Never Work Again. I just knew I was. And no, the hell I wasn't. Like, I was supposed to stay there and sit with myself and meditate and journal, like have that time there away from my children to really just sit with myself. And it was just amazing. Like, I got the answers I needed, and then hugging the tree with Shaw was amazing. I got chewed out by trees, which was also like, do the work. So I'm like, in a much better place than I was when I came. It was just, I have so much going on that I want to say. Reverend Z, hugging her, like, her energy is just so motherly and warming. And I got pulled, and when we were doing the dance, it was like I ended up leading the dance. Now, me, I've never been one of the ones that's like in front, dance for people. And it's like, I end up in the front of the line, and it's just, it was awesome. Like, I got so many things that dropped off of me, and I have a whole new fire. Like, I'm so ready for the Christian Witches Convention, and I don't know. It's just so much. I loved it. I'm so glad to that jump. So glad, because I was scared. Like I didn't know what to do. I was like, I didn't even get the room. Alana was the one that told me, and it's crazy how everything, because everybody was like, we're not with other people from the group. And when I did the reservation, it was because Alana was like, well, why haven't you made the reservation yet? I was like, because I don't have the money. Okay, well, you don't got to pay right now. Like, make the reservation. So me, Alana, and my sister ended up in a room, and it was very humbling for me because I've never been in a hospital. And then I had to be on the top bunk, honey. So hurting and like whining about it, like in the inside. I didn't say it out. I did say it a little bit out loud. I ain't gonna lie. But I was like, I know damn well I ain't got that. The hell I'm supposed to do this, girl? This is not big girl friendly, honey. This is not plus size friendly at all. But I got up there and down, and I didn't die. It was like, I heard you in my head, Casey, but did you die? I was like, no, I actually didn't. It made me stronger, and I ended up being able to get a bottom bunk.
Wow.
So it was just like so many little particular lessons. Like David said, it's the small things. Like everything was very big, but it was the small things that definitely were life changing. And even to my ride in the Uber on the way to the airport, like I got a guy named Jamal, and we were talking. He was like, "Well, what are you here for?" And I'm telling him, and I was like, "Yeah, with my Christian witches." And he's like, "You're a witch?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" He just came out so fast and free, and it was like he was asking me questions, and I was telling him about how what we're learning and how our minds really create, our thoughts create our realities. And he was telling me how he had just moved down to Miami with his wife, and how she had got this job offer, and basically that she ended up, they called her and was like, never mind, like the job is gone. And he was like, well, how are we going to move to Miami anyway? And they moved. I was like, you want to know what happened? She was saying she wanted the career, but she didn't want it. That's why she was like, you're absolutely right. She did want to stay home. He was like, I'm going to go home and tell her that. So like being able to have a conversation and share with people, and to, I guess, share the gospel that, hey, we're creating this shit, guys. It was like, it was amazing. It was amazing. It's like the only word I can use to describe it is amazing. And with that, I'm complete.
Woo! How were your kids when you got home? Were they looking for mama? Were they looking for you?
I'm actually on my way home now. I'm in the car with Sweetness, and
Sweetness!
So I haven't seen my babies yet, but I'm so ready to. I'm excited. Like I'm pretty sure when I open the door, like it's gonna be a big woof of love all at once. I'm gonna get bombarded. So I'm glad that I did. Like I learned that. One of the lessons that I got from this, that it's okay, like I'm not alone. I've never been away from my children, ever, this long.
Wow.
And even when my sister left, like I had a mini breakdown. Because it's like, oh my gosh, she's leaving me. She's leaving me. Like we cried. Like when we go somewhere together, we come back together. Like we're very tight. And for her to leave, I was so ready. I was like, I'm about to just go ahead and check out early and go home, because ain't no way to fuck. I'm about to stay here without my sister. And it was like, no, hell, you're not. You're going to stay here, and you're going to sit here, and you're going to go to this beach, and you're going to journal, and you're going to play with these tarot cards, and you're going to get your shit together, because that's why you're here. So I was like, okay. So I stayed, and I don't regret it. And I see now that, yes, you can. I was afraid of my own power, like afraid of I'm not enough by myself, that I need my kids with me to remind me I'm strong. I need my sister with me to remind me I'm strong. And the lesson I got was, no, the hell you don't. Like, you got this. And everybody else, like the kids didn't die when you were gone. Your nursing son didn't go hungry because his sister is also nursing. Like, she nursed him while I was gone. So it's not like he had to drink formula or anything. It's like that everybody ate, nobody died. So it's like, okay, like I'm ready actually to go to Peru now. Like my next big, I'm having my mind like I'm going to Peru. When you had told me you see two here, two kids going here, two kids going there, I called Sweetness. I was like, you know what she sees? She sees me coming to Peru and getting prepared for Peru, because the kids are going to have to be split up. So it's like, I don't know. It's just, I'm a new woman, like coming home, and I'm just so excited for what's next.
Congratulations, Angel. You knocked that out the park. You killed it. You killed it, Mama. You killed it.
Oh, and I Casey, because we had a conversation. I was told that I have to eat what's on my plate first. Like, you ain't even ate all of that. You've been picking over that. Can you please eat what's on your plate first, ma'am? And then we can continue. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, that was the message you got from Spirit.
Yes, ma'am. I flipped the cards when I got back. I flipped the cards and it was like, I got the B's, and it was it said work.
Wow.
So I was like, I gotta do the work, and I was talking to Reverend Z. I was like, I'm in Ascension, you know, like I'm getting the same information, but I'm sitting there picking over it, playing over my food, but then I want to go to a buffet, and it's like, no, darling, I need you to stop playing over your food first. So I got my life. I came with intentions. Y'all kept saying, come and get your life. I set my intentions in. I got my life in Miami. Woo. I got my whole life.
Woo! You know, how could you? Oh, Queen Vashti.
Oh, I can wait, Coach.
I was. What could you not get? Like, there's room for any budget that you want. There's coffee and amazing eateries. Just walk. You don't need a car. All you require is yourself. The beach is a breath away, a stone's throw away. You could be on the beach every morning and every night, skinny dip, hang out with Yay My Y'all the whole time. Like, what's the problem? If somebody made up a problem, they just wanted to suffer. Like, there's no problem. None. I mean, it's just pure paradise. Zaire was walking around looking zen, and she was at the Never Work Again retreat as well. She was walking around. She was like, Kaisi, I am getting my whole life here. This is one of my soul markers is here. She looked different. She just looked different. Wow. Queen Vashti.
May I say one more thing?
Yes.
I just also wanted to say thank you so much, Alina. Like, you have no idea. Alina took care of me. Like, I was worried. Harmony said we never went somewhere you haven't been able to eat. And that was like I never had to worry about food. I never had to worry about how I'm going to get anywhere. And like she said, when we get to the restaurant, like, we were taken in by the hostess and the host. Like, honestly, I swear I never saw anybody else get free drinks, but we went there 3 times. And all 3 times, before we got the drink we paid for, they came up with a free drink. So it was like, I just had to say thank you, Alina. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for challenging me to say yes and not to question. And for the other challenges that you've given me, I just had to come up here and say thank you so very much.
Mm-hmm. You're divine. I love you.
I love you too.
Queen Vashti.
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me. I just want to, add to the everything. One of my realizations there was that I would be in Miami often. It didn't cost that much. And it's just a hop, skipping away, a 2-hour flight. And I just had it when I was standing on Collins in front of the generator. I said, I think I want to do this more often. I just want to come here. And like you say, the beach is like right across the street. The cost of the stay was so inexpensive. Like, it was just so wonderful. I just wanted to add that because of what Angel said. But y'all have no idea. I'm in my tub, which love water. And I'm just having an experience. I'm like a bucket of tears over here because when you all share, you help everyone. And I'm having experiences of my own. And part of that is separation anxiety from my son. He does have a place. He does have a place, so he's going to be moving with him and his family. And then the other part to that is what Spirit gave me at the 222 manifestation. One of the 3 was, it's okay for you to go ahead and live your life.
Woo!
And that's a really huge
Wait a minute. Hoo, hoo, hoo. The great mother that was a mother at 14. Come on.
Yeah, it's scary. It's it's like, oh my God, am I just gonna just leave them? They're fine. They're fine. And so, as you all are talking, I'm just, full of tears, and I'm so grateful that the people around us show us ourselves. And I've been really acting like a spoiled brat this week. I mean, I'm telling you, I had it out with my boo and everything. And I'm just like, Katina, because Queen Lashley wouldn't do that. That was Katina showing out. And, it's just listening to you all, your stories. And when Angel was talking and she said, she spoke to this gentleman. And I wonder how that conversation went when he got home. Hey, babe, I met a witch. And she said, I bet that was just hilarious. But it's just amazing to hear all of your stories and how you saw spirit in action. Like you saw the manifestations taking place right in front of you.
That's right.
And just with all the experiences that I'm having, I never felt alone on my journey, but last night I did. And I kind of journaled a little bit. And I said, no, it's not that you're alone. Spirit told me it's not that you're alone. It's that you're moving to the next step, the next level of your spirituality. So it looks a little different this time. And I had to sit with that. And, this is what happens when you put yourself in spiritual community and you up level. It was definitely meant for me to be at the quantum manifestation because I'm going into the next phase, the next step of my spiritual growth. So that's why it's so important to be in the room. And it doesn't matter how long you're doing this journey, you're always going to have growth experiences. You're always going to be moving forward. That's what you should be, moving forward. No judgment. So I just wanted to share with you all that you're helping, you're helping us as well when you have your experiences and you share your stories, because they allow us to see ourselves. And I'm just so thankful. I already spoken to my boo and told him thank you for showing me myself, because I wasn't in my proper sensibilities. So, all is well, and I'm so grateful for you all. And it was just a pleasure, and I'm complete.
Delicious. 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 Who's next?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, child. How you loving?
Hello. I just wanted to say, I didn't know why I was supposed to go. I just knew that I was supposed to go. And I have never in my life experienced so much like love and just genuine love, like authentic people who, for me, it was a heart-opening experience. And my breakthrough came on the way home. I was riding with Barbara, who's a beautiful soul. And I met so many beautiful souls. On the way home, I was sitting in the back of the car, and I forget the song that we were listening to, but I was looking at the ocean as we were leaving Miami, and I just got this revelation, like, you are happy. You are happy. And it was a feeling that I hadn't felt for a very, very, very long time. And I just felt like something was just released off of me with the entire experience. Like, I don't know, it kind of made love feel real to me. I had this block when it came to genuine loving people. In my heart, I don't really think I believe people like the people that I met at 222 even really existed. So that was my breakthrough. So I'm complete.
Delicious. And somebody said, Ozzy, oh my goodness, I was so happy to meet Ozzy. She is like a firecracker. Oh my God. Love it. Congratulations, child. Congratulations. They want to know, what tree were y'all hugging? What tree was that? Dia said she missed that tree. What tree y'all talking about?
It was a beautiful tree. It was several of them, but there was like a big mama tree out there that was very communicative. And I talked with her, and she basically got in our ass, like, get it together. It was almost like you were speaking through the tree. Wow. to Angel and I, but it was a beautiful experience. I haven't wanted to hug a tree for so long, and I have trees around my home, but they're like, covered up a lot of shrubbery. It's hard to get right to them. So to have those just out in the open, we could just sit and hug and talk and communicate. I felt so healed in those moments. I had a lot of healing moments during the 222, and just being there the entire time. And not even understanding why I was supposed to be there the entire time, but it was just to meet everyone, to really experience sisterhood and brotherhood. And David's presence, like Harmony said, was very healing for me. I definitely had a bond with the Divine Masculine, and watching him and feeling his energy, that in itself was very healing. I had so many healing miracle moments on this journey, that my whole thing now is yes to everything. That was another thing, was understanding how much the universe takes care of you. I had needs met that I didn't even know I needed. Things just came to me just because I said yes. And Alana was a big part of the say yes and the shut the fuck up moments. She gave us this kind of assignment. If we hear each other complaining or getting into that mode, it was just shut the fuck up. I was trying to hear that, and it worked. Like, it shifted the energy, and it forced you to go ahead and get into another mode of thinking, because don't nobody want to keep hearing that shit. So I had so many breakthrough moments. I was just so blessed to be in the room with everyone and all the mentors. And Kaisi, you're just so beautiful. Like, your presence is just healing. Like Angel said, it's just healing to be around all you wonderful gods and goddesses.
It was, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. We have a similar prayer in Intervisions. It's the fuck it prayer. Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot of stuff from Kaisi. So when they start going into the story, and what happened was, I don't give a fuck.
I say, I don't give a fuck. And it worked. I say, that would be a quick stage. Everybody to get up on stage, start telling their story. I don't give a fuck.
They shifted. They started getting to the point. And you know what happened? We was over there. I don't give a fuck.
It was it was beautiful. Thank you, Angel, for putting those pictures in the group. So if you guys are in the Telegram, they did share pictures. Like, that tree had a third eye. That tree was amazing. It was, and Angel spotted the eyes in that tree. And can I just say, though, I feel like I met a kindred spirit in Angel. We had so many things in common. It was kind of scary. And that was another reason why I knew I was supposed to be there, was just to really interact and just meet certain people and make those genuine connections to grow. Angel and I, we were already talking about the Christian Witches Convention. We're already making plans. Like, we got our tickets. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. All I can say is that if you haven't gotten into the room with these wonderful people, then you're missing out, because it's just a different type of energy that carries you way above and beyond the convention and the week or 2 weeks, however long that you're there. It's like lifelong lessons. I don't want to say lessons. It's like a lifelong type of energy that just keeps you going, and we can all feel it. It's just excitement. So I would hope that everybody can experience going to at least one. Like, go to all of them, but at least get to one of them.
Delicious.
And I'm complete.
Oh, delicious. And everyone that has pictures, drop your pictures and your videos in the Telegram chat. Please, 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 please. We might feature you on the website. You never know. You might become famous. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I'm really overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed by spirit. I am so overwhelmed. Who's next?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, wow. Where do I begin? First, I begin by saying from my heart of hearts, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I need 1,000 more tongues because I want to thank each one of you by name, and I'll mess it all up if I try. Every experience to dropping my lead press on nails, falling off my fingers, every experience was so wonderful, life-changing, revelatory. I had to get my life together, and my word was from my tarot deck. You're gonna learn today.
Oh.
You're gonna learn today. I got to meet a powerful sage and wisdom who just literally stared me down, looked me straight in my eye. And I was a deer in headlights, just going in my mind wondering how, what, who are you? And okay, this part must be played. So the experiences were absolutely wonderful. One of my moments were when we had my first experience with the Christian church, and the gentleman was on, and he was saying how he made all of the wands, and I thought, I want a wand. I could see me with the wand. So the beach gave me some driftwood. I got a wand. I have pictures. I didn't post them in the group, but I have pictures with my wand. So it came to me, talked to me, rubbed on my leg, and was like, pick me up. And so I picked it up, and I tried to give it every name but wand. I was like, oh, this is a cute stick. Oh, this is a nice, little something to take home from. I try to take from every beach I go to a little something, even if it's a shell or a piece of sand. But I got my wand, and I was able to share with my daughter the picture. And as soon as she saw the picture, she says, Mom, is that your wand? And I was like, oh my God, you get it. Okay, I don't freak out anymore I can boldly now say I'm witchy. I'm really witchy. And I met fairies, and I met doctors, and I met PhDs, and I met reverends, and I met pastors, and I'm not going to even start saying names, because if I do, I don't want to leave anyone out, because from the A to the Z, I got covered, and everybody's in there. I got covered, and I got blessed, and I learned how to sit at the table and watch my inner me's teach me about me, and it was wonderful. I'm complete.
Delicious. It was so good meeting you, Unique. It was so good meeting you in person. I'm telling you, I cannot get from a tiny little icon on Clubhouse or a little icon, or even from comments on YouTube and Facebook. I can't get all that, what we got in the room. OMG. And beyond the room. Like, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Like 10 years from now, you'll remember 222. 10 years from now, we'll laugh at something that somebody said, right? It's magnificent. Did we pass Princess? Princess, are you next? Or I don't know. What's the cue? Is it Princess?
Next.
Okay, Princess, go. Are you able to speak, Princess? Princess, with that never work again. And I'm telling you, if you thought 222 was a lot, never work again was we just kept going. We just kept going. And they did so much work. Never Work Again did so much work in those days. Come on, Princess.
I'm here.
Hey.
Apologize for family. I haven't been shared on here. I try to figure out how to unmute myself.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I get so much emotion moments and I kind of try to hide in the emotion. And I would say, first of all, I want to acknowledge Reverend Z. I call Z. We know each other back to 2007. Actually, we were sisters, and I can't thank her enough because she shared with me on January 2nd, 2022, and it sent me this link and reconnect with Reverend Love. I just can't thank her enough. This entire journey right now, it just, my soul been waiting for, longing for. It's been so long. I read the book a long time ago, The Game of Life. The best way I can put it together for the experience is, I keep thinking about game of life. Just to believe. You say yes, just to believe it. Don't worry about it. So this entire journey from the beginning and now continue. And I just feel like follow the spirit. When spirit tell me yes, just jump. And right now I realize, actually, I heard of the yes, before, and didn't follow. The end result is no peace. Big difference right now. Move myself out of the way. When spirit say yes, I just go. I finally understand. Reverend Love said, when spirit tell me yes, I didn't do. No, the scary thing happened. So right now I'm in the different side. I said the spirit said yes, and I follow, and just a miracle happened. It's so many miracles happen. When I get overwhelming, I just even don't know how to share. This is the first time, first event, first environment, I realized I really see, I meet the soul, not really the person. It's the soul. The very first moment, walk in the room, I'm talking about 222. I just feel the peace. I start, want to cry. I ask Queen Vashti, I say, sorry, can I cry? She said, yes. I just start crying. I just can't stop crying. And at the same time, I just feel like the peaceful, and I feel like the home. And it just very overwhelming. Just really cry. And same time, I finally realized home is now what you build. It's now you create some, physical. It really, the home is where the spirit is supposed to be. That's the home. And beyond what we can see, beyond that. And so many things follow the spirit would create so many magic, miracle. And I will address one right now because I have so many. I don't know how to, organize it. I think it will be in my book. I had an intention and break the cycle. I have a cycle. I said, break the cycle. I wasn't free, but I don't feel free. And I feel like the chin and tight me and stuck. Right now, I look back, I realize the chin is my story. It's the mental, the chin and the block. It's having nothing to do with the physical, nothing to do with the environment, nothing to do with somebody else's. It was just all in my mind. So my intention to break the chin. And right now, actually, to be honest with you guys, yesterday is another thing to follow the spirit. And everybody left the hotel, right? And I didn't get a chance to extension another night. I wanted extension another night for Sunday, but it didn't happen. But in my spirit, keep telling me I have a very connection with the Lake Princess. When I first get in the club, then I said, Lake Princess, oh my God, I never mean any name of princess. You know, princess, it wasn't my, it's not my birth name. It's my journey. I wasn't in so long. I said, okay, and I chose the name. So that's my journey. I said that that's one of the book. I keep thinking, but I never really physically met another princess name. So when I first see the Lake Princess, and right now, long story short, right now I look back and Spirit always tell me, connect. So I was in the clubhouse every day. Beginning, I was sharing, and later, I was other things, I didn't share. I always want to share. So, Lake Princess, I watched her grow. I watched her, the beautiful flowers start to blooming, and until last night, I realized, as it remind myself, my birth name, actually, the first name is Lei, L-E-I. This Hawaii Lei. And in the Chinese name, L-E-I really is a bud. The bug. It's a flower before the blooming. And the spirit kept telling me, you get to Florida this time. She lives in Florida. I always want to move to Florida. So many synchronicity is showing. It's so overwhelming. Shared so much during the never work again. And the last the sign to tell me is that you gotta connect with her. So we were talking yesterday, and finally we got met. I don't care. I have a room. I have a place somewhere to stay or not. I was talking to her, and eventually we ran into time, and we met. And you know what? I just feel like she was on the phone. It was so sweet and quiet, soft, and Lake Princess. So when I actually really get the chance to connect with her, all I see is the strength. I know she is not here on the clubhouse, and she had to go to church. But she will replay. She will hear my message right now. Oh. And she has full of a strength, so much love, and all night, actually, after I left, we didn't find any place, and I was asleep in the car, and I'm so peaceful, and I'm still right here in the same spot, and wake up in the morning and get on the clubhouse. It's just a peaceful moment. I just can't. I don't have a word to describe. It's just so much. And I realized before I get in the car, I said, Princess, I'm going to take the little girl to this event, to this journey right now. And you better grow up. I said, you're growing so fast. And now I realize I really look at myself, you know, the little bug start turn to flower. And another experience I will feel like it is a responsibility when I heal myself. I just never know so many ladies, so many people in here feel alone. I never know that. And it felt like a relentless. And then right now I realize that when I heal others too. And I feel like it's such a responsibility. I need to grow up taking on. And Reverend Love, you are the person that Reverend Z, you know, we have so many conversations about you. We're just so grateful. And you're such the gift. Universe, God, strength, shines through you and heal the world. We're so grateful. And thank you. And I will have one announcement actually. One of the things yesterday, I'm talking about discipline. I've been here, universe tell me, share. So my own story keeps stopping me. There's a whole weekend, this whole week, Reverend Love say, you never last one, you never alone. Drop the bullshit story, okay? You share first. Come on, you come in first. We're waiting for you to come in the room. I already dropped it.
I love that because your story was I'm alone and I'm last. And we all had to really look at ourselves, right? For what we believe. You know, I'm all alone or I'm last. And then we had a good chuckle because we're like, well, both can't be true. How you gonna be alone and last? If you're alone, how you gonna be last? So it shows us our bullshit stories. They're bullshit. Yeah.
Right. And right now, Reverend Love, I want to, I don't know how many people are going to hear this message. I want everybody hold me accountable, okay? Please. I will be in here, Clubhouse. I don't care how tired you hear me talking, but if I don't have a word, I will be in Clubhouse every morning in 7 o'clock. Throughout 300, I don't know how many days were left. The 300 is some days, right? Entire, the whole journey.
Whoa.
Do you guys hear me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, we do. Yes, indeed.
Well, I just want to say she must have dropped the bullshit story because she went from alone and last to first to register for Dubai. So
I know, right?
Oh my God, you made my day. You know, I tell Reverend Val, I said, I tell her yesterday, to be honest with you, I really don't know Dubai was at 4. I signed, I already made a commitment before you guys come here because I share about the phone. I lost the phone. I know Dubai is supposed to be there. I really don't know exactly the detail because every single step I say yes. I am the first one. Oh my God.
She's on the yacht and was she the first or the second one to register? Do you remember, Harmony? I don't remember.
I thought the first. I thought she was the first.
She's first. Well, then there's the end of the bullshit story right there. I'm always last, then I'm alone. Yeah, it's over.
Sorry, already gone. And it's a whole thing to put together. You know, one more miracle I have to share right here because, people in the Never Work Club, Never Work Again, they already hear that. I met a beautiful, beautiful, soul sisters with my room, and Miss Chandra, and she just get a room for me. I never even met her, and so Reverend Z asked me, "Have you booked the room? Did you call them?" I said no. I said, "I know. I'm in the car. I will be there." And Honey said, you will have something to say, and I hold her accountable. I don't know where I'm gonna stay. I'm in the car. So guess what? And she get a room for me when I was take a break in my car. I drive all the way here, right? And one more miracle is everybody want to extend one more day and stay on Saturday. And when I get downstairs and my car wasn't working, cannot work. They have 2 days for me, but on my credit card, it don't work. So I don't know what to do. I look at her, I say, you know what? It's a payment already paid. I don't know why it didn't work. I said, can I talk to them? I don't have a phone. And she would just look at me. She said, she was just like, how about, she said, okay, you sign this paper, and she said, I just extend you for Saturday. You sign the paper, okay? I said, okay, I will come back and take care of this. I want to stay until Sunday. She said, okay, no problem. Guess what? In the morning, I come down here, try to take care of the payment, right? Everybody pay. Extra day is a whole lot of money. And when I come down here, and it's a different person, and I was telling him, and they said, please, to check, and I need to take care of something. He said, we don't have any room, and we don't have any extension. I said, you can't extend. I said, just come down. We already extend. I need to come here, take care of something. Can you look at the computer? And he's impatient, and he opened the computer. He said, I work all night, okay? So everything right here, I already know. I don't need to tell you anything more. And it would just, I said, please check, Princess Lee, I might stay extra night. And he said, yes, you are. And anything else? He said, nothing else. And I, in that moment, realized, universe through that girl just gave me a free night. Just gave me a free night. I was, my mind just like, okay, miracle, keep it happening. And my intention is, I'm in the course of a miracle. You go there, you better create some miracles.
That's right.
You read the book,
That's
Game
right.
of Life, years ago. You better put an action and let the world say, that's your game. Hey, Ashe, Ashe, the motherfucker, Ashe.
Ashe, motherfuckers, Ashe. Come on now.
I've never heard motherfucker sound so cute.
Oh, it sounds so good. It's so perfect.
I just can't wait to come here. To come here. Me, Queen Dasha.
Queen Hadassah.
I want to come here when I had a hot, right? It was just like, oh my God, I never know where Christian we can be against. Oh my goodness, it's my place.
Princess, Harmony, were you going to say something?
Oh, no, I didn't realize I had unmuted.
Oh, okay. Princess, you did a profound transformation. And you ought to be proud of yourself. I hope that you are celebrating yourself. Everyone who came, I hope you're celebrating yourself. I hope you're reaching your right hand way in the air and patting yourself on the back. I hope that you are honoring yourself, that you took action. You got up out of your homes to go get your miracles. Family, we are co-creators with the universe. The universe is not going to just drop miracles on our lap while we watching Netflix eating chips with our navel picking. That's not how this thing works. You must be the initiator. You must take action. Yes?
Yes.
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 And you did it.
Yes.
You did it.
I did it.
Congratulations. You did it.
I meet a whole family here. I meet a whole family here. Everybody, I feel the same way. And if I miss the name, no, I'm not going to miss the name. Right now, is everybody from a beginning to the end, just so many experience. And I need to organize and do the work. And it will be the book. I know that. I would just keep it growing, keep it unfolding with the universe, and I have a wonderful, beautiful family, and the master coach right from my space. I gave River Love a permission. Say, be straight with me. And just tell me the truth, and you can point to my notes that say, drop the bullshit story. At the beginning, I tell her, I said, I give you permission, please. Yeah. Just say whatever you want to say.
And it's an act of humility, and it's a supreme act of ego negation to say, hey, right? You have, to tell your coaches and teachers, hey, if you see me in my bullshit story, kick my ass. Because the ego is what gets into the feelings, and the ego, the lower mind, is what gets mad and they hurt my feelings. The ego is the whiner. So whenever we find ourselves in whining and in our feelings, and I don't like you, and I don't like what they said to me, and who she thinks she is, and who he thinks he is. Whenever we find ourselves in that, we must know immediately that we are in the lower mind. And that is not going to get us anywhere. We are in hell. We are in hell. And we are here every morning to be in heaven and to lift the entire consciousness of life into heaven. That's why we're here every morning. An untrained mind can accomplish nothing. So thank you, Princess. We got a couple more to go, and it's going to be time for breakfast in a minute. Thank you, Princess. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You are loved.
Thank you, everybody.
You are loved, for sure. Who's next? Unique went already. Sweetness! I heard you was playing the violin on the beach, baby.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a few things to share. I learned, I saw that there was a test that I did not pass, and I realized it yesterday, and I'm going to share it because it's a lesson. It's good. However, first, I just want to say thank you for creating this space for all of us. Well, for me, I had a wonderful time. I was thinking, just being around so many women, it was beautiful. It was amazing. I was thinking the last time I hung out with so many females, I actually had fun and wanted to be. I felt like I was in high school again, like a teenager. And that's literally the memory that I recalled. The last time I had that much fun with some females was my sweet 16 birthday party. Ooh. And I was us walking up and down the strip in Miami, going here and there, was reminiscent of my sweet 16. I remember being outside with my friends, and it was all of us girls, and we were so giddy, and I was dancing. I was skipping through the airport. I was skipping up and down the street.
Yes.
I was so giddy and happy. Still am, clearly. That's not going to go away. And I met a friend. A friend, and it was so amazing how it happened. No one felt like a stranger. It was like I've known all of y'all already. It wasn't like, oh, I'm just meeting you for the first time. Maybe it's, I don't remember meeting all of you, but it was no strangers. Everyone was familiar. And then there was one in particular, like I have Angel. Angel is my sister, my friend, my soulmate, everything. And I for a long time I said I didn't have anybody like a best friend. You know, I have Angel, I have my sister, and she's my sister. She's more than just, you know, my best friend. I said, but I don't have a best friend like that other, you know, that friend. And I met her outside before we even got into the sex while we were still in silence. It was just incredible how it happened, because I turned around and I saw someone standing at the end of the line. Like, I didn't even see everybody else. I just turned around and I saw her, and I did a double take. I'm like, I know her. And I felt like such a weirdo, because I did a double take and I'm staring at her like intensely, and she's staring back at me intensely too. Like, I know you too. You know, we couldn't talk, but we were talking. Like, our eyes were communicating. And we walked up and gave each other this huge hug. I didn't even know her name. And now we're just talking every day. And it was something else I was gonna share, but it'll come back to me. I want to get to this lesson. Thank you, Angel. She just said, your lesson. My lesson. So yesterday I went to a party, a baby shower, but it was really a party. And I had shared on here, you know, and in at 222. Y'all give me a second, I'm shaking. So just play, right? That's what I'm supposed to do. Just play, just play, just play. But here and now, all my life, just play, just play, just play. And yesterday, before I went to the party, I'm like, okay, I know I'm supposed to play, and I'm supposed to take my violin everywhere I go, because I came up here in Clubhouses, and I said I aspire to play in every room that I can, on every stage that I can, in front of every audience that I can, because I'm supposed to just play, right? So I'm like, but I haven't prepared anything. I don't know what I'm going to play. I don't know what to do. Just play, just play. So I go to grab my violin. Yeah, she spoke to me. She said, don't carry me with you if you're not prepared to play. Like, basically, okay, you carry me everywhere, but you're not prepared to play. Like, it's more than just carry me everywhere. You carry me with you everywhere you go, because you're supposed to play everywhere you go. So you go into this party, you're just going to carry me just to be carry me. Don't carry me if you're not prepared to play. Like, I heard it like that. Woo. And I put her down. And I did not take her with me. I was honest with myself. I was not prepared to play. I was just carrying it just to say I could carry it, because I knew that's what I was supposed to do. But I'm not supposed to just carry it to play. I'm supposed to play everywhere, not carry it. Carry her everywhere. So when I heard that, when I heard don't carry me if you're not prepared to play, I was transported back to 222, and I saw me in that room. And y'all saw me. I had my violin with me. However, I did not play. And I realized how many times, or not how many times, I saw I self-sabotaged. I said this is what I told myself before I got there. Well, I didn't practice anything. I'm not prepared to play. So I didn't play. Not that I didn't have the opportunity, you know, and even a couple of people said to me, are you going to play? When are you going to play? And I never played. And I didn't realize it was because I wasn't prepared. And when I say prepared, it wasn't, no, not prepared is not the word. My intention. My intention was to carry her, not to play. Let me be honest with myself. My intention was to carry her, not to play. Like, it's not for show. I don't just carry my violin. I play her. I talk through her. I sing through her. She communicates. So I realized that was a test that I did not pass, and I went a little deeper. I said, okay, Patricia, my name is Patricia. That's the name that was given to this body at birth. However, I am Sweetness. So Patricia said she didn't prepare. Okay, why didn't you prepare? Well, the night before, you chose to be up till 2:30 in the morning, chilling in the pool, which is nothing wrong with that choice. That was the choice I made, and I don't regret it. I loved it. I had a great time at 2:30 in the morning, chilling in the pool at the generator with Wendy. Like, we had fun. However, I had said I was going to take that time to practice, and I didn't do it. So then here comes the morning 222. I'm grabbing my violin, and the whole time I'm talking to my thinking too much, or I shouldn't have been thinking at all. I didn't prepare. Well, that's. I mean, you made your choice last night. You chilled in the pool. Okay, fine. So that's your lesson. Now you know. If you're going to play everywhere, you gotta be ready to play everywhere, and that just comes with practicing. So, and that was the choice I made. I made a choice not to practice, and it's not beating myself up. It's an awareness. Like, I see that now. I see it. I see that, and no one else did it. I did that. I see it, and you know what? Everything works out so sweetly. Sometimes I have a tendency to beat up on myself. And I was given another opportunity. Okay, you didn't play at 222. All right. So while we're sitting at the table, one of the ladies say, we're going to have a meditation on the beach tonight, and Sweetness is going to play her violin and lead the meditation. And Patricia's eyebrows went up into her forehead, up to her hairline. Like, my eyebrows was up. And Sweetness said yes. Like, I'm telling you, I heard myself say yes. I heard the yes come out, and my eyebrows were still up. Like, it was funny. If it was like a movie, if I could show you. Like, my eyebrows went up into my scalp. And what came out of my mouth so quickly was yes. I was like, well, all right, we're playing on the beach tonight. And we got there later than anticipated. You know, and a few was asking, like, you still want to do it? It's late. Yes. Like, I committed this. I'm not going to miss my opportunity again. I ain't practiced shit, but I'm going to play. That's what I'm saying. Just play. So finally, it's late. I think almost midnight by the time we got to the beach. And I played. I didn't play a song that I've heard before or knew or I didn't read any music because it was dark. I couldn't read music. I didn't have a stand to put it on. Nobody was going to hold the music for me to read because everybody was sitting down and meditating. So I had to do what I've been told to do. Just play. So I closed my eyes. Patricia closed her eyes. And Sweetness played. And it was, I don't even know the word to describe it. I cried. A couple of other people cried. Like, it was beautiful to say yes and mean yes and follow through on my yes. I'm complete.
Sweetness, I have to tell you something. When we were at 222, and y'all know I was walking around the room a lot, at one point I looked down on the floor. I looked right at your violin, and the thought that came to me is, I wonder why her violin is on the floor. That was exactly what, do you know how your violin was on the floor, like under the table?
Right.
Like it didn't look like where it was supposed to be, like it was supposed to be in your hands or something. It was just the thought came to me. I walked and I saw the violin. You know how you have these split second moments just moving around, split second moments. And I remember looking at it on the floor, and the thought that came to me was, I wonder why the violin is on the floor. It wasn't a judgment call or anything like that. It was simply like, I wonder why it's there. Like at any time, you can pick it up and start playing. You can burst into song. We don't know when. So I'm curious, what was in your mind with not being ready before the violin told you off? I'm like, woo, Jesus, these things are so magical because violin is made of wood and wood is alive, right? What was normally in your mind? I have my violin with me because I know you carry it with you everywhere. I have my violin with me if someone asks me, or if what's happening in the mind before the violin told you off.
What was happening and what Patricia was saying was, I can't play because I didn't practice anything. I didn't prepare a specific piece for this event, so I can't play. That's what Patricia said.
Even while you have your violin on you, like you have it, you wear it, you have it, and even though you have it, okay.
Right, like actually paying attention and focusing on me, yes. Like what? That's why she told me off the way she did. Like, why are you carrying me if you're not playing? You're taking me. You're a traveling musician. We go everywhere together so you can play. So what are you carrying me for if you're not going to play?
Wow.
Like, it just didn't make sense. I'm not doing that no more.
Yay. Yay. That was.
So when she said, and it was funny, I didn't say I wanted to play meditation on the beach. I didn't say that. And those words didn't come out of my mouth. So when she said it, what made it so aha to me was that I did want to play on the beach. I had actually said, when Angel and I were flying there, I said I wanted to play on the beach. I didn't tell nobody else that. I didn't say that to anyone. I said I wanted to play on the beach. So when she looked at me and she said, it flew to her mouth like she just knew that's what she was supposed to say. Yeah, we have a meditation. And as soon as it's go, it was like, okay, there's you. All right, so you be aware. You did not pass this test. What you gonna do this time?
Except you did pass it because your spirit went ahead of you and used someone else's mouth. You did say it. Own your power. You said it, and then you did it. You said it. It used the most available mouth for a present, which was Alina. The idea did not originate with Alina. The idea originated in the quantum field. Your spirit already wanted to do it, and you said that. And then you said it through someone's mouth, and then you did it.
Yes. And it felt good. It felt euphoric.
Of course. Dang. So that's what we would call, family, a bullshit story. I have my violin. You've been playing the violin for years. Yet I can't play it here because I didn't prepare, or I can't play it here because fill in the blank. It doesn't matter what you fill in the blank. I can't. That's a story. Then fill in the blank because . These are faces of fear, family. These are simply faces of fear. And you know what? I'm going to stand up and do it anyway. Yes?
Yes.
I just would like to share when we speak about your violin, the first thing that always comes to me is Proverbs 18:16. A man's gifts make room for him. And so I'm just thinking, hold on one second. My apologies. The first thing that came to me was like, even when we were in the room, I was just thinking to myself, oh, she should be sitting outside of the generator, just playing her little heart out with her case open that says love offerings.
Like, she could play her way all the way to Dubai if that was her intention. Like, we think that work has to be hard. We think manifestation has to be hard. We think that our getting money into our bank accounts has to be hard, when really our gifts make room for us. So all you have to do is just play. Just play. Just play. You don't even know how many people you would bless just by playing. And you could get yourself to anywhere in the world just by playing. And I truly believe that. And I didn't even hear you play, but I truly believe that, because any woman who carries a violin with her wherever she goes, yeah, you know she makes some sweet music. So just play.
It reminds me of Forrest Gump. Do you remember Forrest Gump? They called him an imbecile. They called him stupid, and he had a response for that because his mother taught him a response. When people call you stupid, say stupid is as stupid does. Forrest Gump had no plan. He didn't wake up and say, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this. He was, quote unquote, imbecilic enough to be completely empty in the head. So whatever life presented to him, or whatever the moment called for, he was completely in the moment at all times. He did it. And, the whole idea was, yeah, then, bubblegum shrimp. Well, I'm going to help you do that, because in the moment, that would sound like a good idea. He didn't have a plan for his life. Bubba died, and then here go Forrest, bubblegum shrimp. Then Lieutenant Dan comes and helps him with the shrimp. Then finally they figure out the shrimping business. Yeah, and then I was a shrimping boat captain. And then we made a goo gobs of money. And then I gave some money to Bubba Gump's mom, because that was only right to give some money to Bubba's mom. And then they sent me this little thing in the mail and said, if I put some money in this Apple thing, then now I got more money than Davy Crockett. And then they invited me to the White House again. I mean, this man was having an astounding life. And all he did was stay in the moment and go with the flow. That's all he did. He didn't have a plan. He never said no. He just, here, you're going to the military now. Okay. Here, you're playing tennis now. Okay. And he killed it every time. Why?
So what has happened since then on the plane and in my car, just randomly, I met two men who have some connections in the music industry. One of them I met, he went to Miami for Kanye's listening party, and he just, it seemed random, but it was not random, just started talking to me. He gave me his email address, told me to send him something so we could work together. He's like, we're going to get you in the studio. This man never heard me play. And he gave me his personal information. A man who hangs out with Kanye gave me his personal information and said, we're going to get you in the studio.
There you go.
So I took the recording. Angel recorded that for me on the beach. When I finally just played, she recorded that for me. And I put it on YouTube, and I emailed it to him. And there was another guy who just seemingly randomly walked up to me by my car, and we were talking about something, and he's like, we got to get you in the studio. What do you do? And I'm like, this man don't know me. Get me in the studio. What do you mean? What do you do? So I told him, I said, I'm a violinist. He was like, I knew it. We got to get you in the studio. Here's my number. I was like, wow, okay. So it's done. I sent them my music. It's done.
That's how it works. That's how it works. Gina said, I watched that movie like 20 times when I was a teenager. Loved it. I think it's time to give it a rewatch. Great reminder to say yes to life. Yes, Gina. We're trying to figure it out, and I don't know. He had no reservations. He was open. He brought open, clean slate to everything. They put a football in his hand. They said, run. He started running. He was the fastest runner. Then he got a scholarship to college. I mean, it is so many amazing things. This is what we call miracles. This is what we call miracles. This is what we call a course in miracles. It says in the book that if miracles do not occur, something has gone wrong. You ought to expect and you ought to see miracles popping off in your life, just like Forrest Gump. Well, I invested in this thing. It turned into a fortune. And then next thing you know, I got a shrimping boat. And then next thing you know, the shrimping boat captain came. That's how life works. It works by synchronicity. It works by miracles. It doesn't work by your little planning and I need to know this and your little money and your little family and your little that. It's so limiting. Stop doing that to yourself and play a much bigger game. Much bigger. Woo! Come on, people. You're making me happy.
And what she said was the B part of the verse that most people don't read. A man's gifts make room for him and bring him in front of great men. That was the second part of your miracle that occurred. You met two people that will be great men on your journey to get you exactly to where you are supposed to be. That is so beautiful.
And
I'm glad I have two Cleveland sisters now. You know, I got Sweetness and Angel here with me in Cleveland, so I'm happy about that.
Yes. What? Oh, y'all better be having parties.
Yes, ma'am,
Cleveland, y'all better be having parties. And before we go to Zaire, Zaire's last, I think, today. Oh, is it Zaire? Yeah, Zaire's next, right? I think. Before we go and Zaire's going to finish us up today. Thank you. Before we go to Zaire, I got a message for Alina. And Alina, this message came to me early this morning. This is so delicious. This is for Alina because Alina, you're a leader.
Okay, yes, I'm here.
This is for all leaders in the room, and especially for Alina. We cannot be, including myself, we cannot be wounded healers, family. We must address the deep core issues within self before attempting to help other people. Here's what Spirit gave me during the Never Work Again retreat. Christ said, remove the rafter from your eye before you attempt to remove the splinter from your brother's eye. Family, we can't be wounded healers. We must take ourselves on at very deep levels. Go deep, go deep, go deep.
Yes.
Right? Go deep within. And family, no one in this community is in a position to coach anyone else in this community. You know why? Because we all here working on self, including me. We are all here. Don't come into this community to coach other people. Come in here to take yourself on and be in your own lane. Yes. And take yourself on. Very deep levels. Okay?
Take myself on.
Yeah, take yourself on. And no one else. I don't take on no one else except myself because I'm the problem. I am the problem in my life. I don't take anyone else on. I don't get in other people's lanes. And this is the community that God charged me to be a caretaker of and a conduit of divine love. I'm simply a conduit and a channel of divine love. That's it. Everyone stay in your lane, do your lessons every single day, and watch what happens. Watch what happens. Come to all the events. Don't come into this community to coach other people. Don't come in this community to you be having the inappropriate, actions and intentions. Come here to take myself on. I'm going to have the most transformation. Yes, out of myself. Yes, Alina?
Yes, that's why I'm in Ascension. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted Dr. G with her stuff as well. Yep. So I'm definitely diving in. Thank you.
Beautiful. Because family, here's the deal. Some of us, are really powerful leaders. Like, when you look at Queen Hadassah, super powerful, super powerful. Before Queen Hadassah stood up and began to, be an author and be in the world and teach y'all, and she's the dean of the mystery school. Queen Hadassah took herself on deep levels for years and is still doing it. You don't see her in your lanes. You don't see her saying, okay, I'm going to help you. I'm help you. You don't see her doing any of that, do you? You see her taking herself on. That is the work. Don't look at this one to the left or to the right. Look in the mirror. Yes, everyone? Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you.
Indeed.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. And it's really critical too, because people like Harmony, Queen Hadassah, Alina, myself, a lot of us, we are leaders. We know we're here for millions of people. And when you're here for millions of people, You have got to take yourself on at such a deep level. You have to go deeper than everyone else, because you can say something off and lead a million people in a strange direction. Somebody else, they're not Moses. They don't have that kind of mantle on them. That is not their mantle. If you have a mantle that you serve millions of people, oh, you better be so careful. You better be sitting in God's lap every second. Because, whoo, that's the mantle. Yes,
yes, yes, that is so true. I was sitting here looking at the New Orleans trip. I'm booking a flight right now, and I'm gonna talk to my daughter, see if I can get her to come.
Bring your daughter.
I'm gonna try to get her to come, because she said, "What is this? What is this Christian witch stuff?" Because I raised them differently. She said, "Mom, you was always different and dabbling into different things. So now what's going on now?" That's what she said. So I don't think she understands it, but she liked when she saw the site. She was like, "Really?" And when she saw the manifestation shirt, she said she did her own shirts. I said, "Yes." She said that was beautiful. Mm-hmm. So she liked that stuff. And then when I was telling her what happened, she was like, "Wow." So she likes to travel, so I'm gonna say, "Hey, you should come with us to this." So I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna get her to go. Yes.
Beautiful. I love it. And family, when you come to the Christian Witches Convention, you're going to see so many products there from all of our different family members, because soon it's going to go up how you can get a vendor space. And last time we were there, we had books, we had potions. There's some of our magical peoples. We have so many magical people and so many. Oh my goodness, we got so many magical people in our community that make all kinds of things. Energy healers, people who do sessions. You saw Dr. G. Lee doing sessions. You see people that can do readings, people that are in the reader's studio, all of that. Plus, I'm gonna see if I can get the wand maker to supply us with some wands. I've been working on the wand maker, family, because these wands that he makes, I show him sometime to initiation. So Journey knows, and those who are in initiation know, because I show them the wands. I'd be like, oh my God, because he puts the Christian symbols on the wands. You're not going to find a wand that's a Christian witch wand. That's why we are bringing all these things. So you will see so many things. Come ready to shop, because you will see so many things that are for people who like the Christ presence or were in church, and yet they know they're magical and they have integrated it. Not yet, and they know they're magical and have integrated it. So you're going to see a lot of that at the Christian Witches Convention. Get ready for your cloaks, get all your. Plus, the theme is the Matrix. So when we have our party on Saturday night, you better come with that Matrix outfit on. Y'all better be going to get the Matrix outfits. I'm not playing. I've been looking for just the right glasses. You need your Matrix glasses, some sunglasses. I've been looking for just the right Matrix sunglasses. Oh, I'm going to put together this whole outfit, okay? You can be Neo, you can be Morpheus, you can be Trinity, you can be anybody you want, or you can be a whole new character, as long as you come with your whole Matrix gear. Come with your Matrix setup, okay? Yeah, that's the thing. All right, Zaire, gonna wrap us up. Come on, Zaire, because Zaire got her whole life.
What? I sure did. Oh my gosh. Well, before I go off on that, I just want to shout out everyone who came to the event, the 222 and the Never Work Again. It was spectacular to see everybody in the room. Like, the energy, it was just phenomenal. So just shout out to all of you. My experience is I'm like speechless of everything that was going on. And one thing that I loved about it was that just being in the environment, being in the event, and even the outside extra curricular activities that we was doing, it was such beautiful practice where I was able to take all of the spiritual lessons that I have been learning, even the things that I've learned in the 222 event, and actually be practical while I'm actually was in Miami. Like, I saw myself utilizing the tools that was given to us, and I just thought it was just so amazing just to see, and just the experience of, like,
ever since Wednesday, I got up every day to watch the sunrise right on the beach, and it was the most. It was just breathtaking. Like words can't even describe how I felt being in Miami. Like that's definitely one of my soul markers. Like I just felt the vibe. Like I just felt different there, and like I literally feel different. Like I know that my frequency have changed just from being in Miami for that week. Like I'm a different person. I can feel it. And one thing that was like, I'm so grateful for this. Being in Miami, I literally felt myself come out that COVID mind prison.
Ha! Wait a minute. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I shimmer the motion. Okay, continue. I just had something shot through me. Go ahead, continue.
Yes. And like I literally felt that it felt like, wow. Oh, like life never stopped. Like I had no like type of fear or anything like that. Like it just felt like I stepped into a new paradigm. And like just even thinking about that C word stuff was just like a past memory, and that is no longer in my world. And that's what Miami had did. And I don't know, I mean I'm sure I probably could have done it here, but it probably would have taken me a little bit longer. But just being in that vibration of like how everybody seemed like everybody was free from that prison, like it just naturally made my journey so much easier just from being there. And so those are some of my highlights. I mean, I have many more highlights. That's why you just have to be there. Like you just never know what greatness is going to happen, and all of the vibes. And David, like you're such a vibe.
Oh yeah.
You really are. Oh, yeah. And there's many people there, but I'm just going to stop right there, and I'm complete for now. Thank you, Kaisi, for everything.
Love you,
Zaire. Zaire and David are like somewhat like kindred spirits. Did y'all kind of sense that or something?
Listen, when I saw Zaire, she immediately looked like a very close friend of mine that lives in Atlanta. So when I was looking around, and we just kept catching eyes, and I was like, oh my God, this is my friend Brandy right here. Like the essence, because my friend Brandy's a very spiritual person as well. So there was I felt the pull at first, and then it just came together. We took a beautiful picture together. It was, and then nothing is random. But I was in that very same bar later on one of these evenings. I can't even remember which day it is at this point. And it was Queen Hadassah and Zaire. They just walked in at a moment when I was feeling down. And I just was like, look at God. Like, look at the synchronicity. Like, I felt the connection. I am complete. I love you guys.
They walked into the same restaurant. Oh, go Zaire.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay.
I wanted to hear you talk about that y'all walked into the same restaurant and there was David.
Yes, everywhere, because it was so many spots that we could have ate at, like amazing. So many different ways how we could have walked and everything. And me, Dr. V, like we were just all just vibing. We were just vibing, having a great time. And we was like, all right. And it was just the way how everything just happened. And then I walk into, and I just saw David just sit. I'm like, what? So you can't make this stuff up. Like, how in the world did, out of all of these places, there was so many places we could have ended up. We ended up in the exact same spot. It was, you can't make that stuff up.
You cannot make it up. And I felt like it was a full circle moment too, Zaire, right? You had a full circle moment. I had a full circle moment as well, because at the very beginning of the P word that was going around the world in 2020 and 2021, at the very beginning of it, I was in that exact same place on Miami Beach. I was in that Starbucks. And that is when my daughter called me and said, Mom, it's a P. They had just declared the P. And we had been to Dubai, and we were going to Peru, and I was looking around. That Starbucks was packed that morning. And I looked around, and there wasn't nobody dropping dead. I'm not saying that nothing happened. Something happened to people. Something did happen to people were having experiences. It wasn't a P. So I looked around and I was like, it's a what? She said, it's a P. It's everywhere. They declared it. I was like, I was so it was a surreal moment because everything I was looking at in my experience told me that that was not the case. And then I closed my eyes and I went in and I said to spirit, like, is this something I just asked? And it said, no. I was like, is this something to be concerned about? It said, no. And then that was the end of it. It was no more discussion. So then from that day, I just never accepted it. And I didn't participate. I went everywhere. I traveled everywhere. I did everything. I was very happy because all the planes, it was like first class. The whole plane was first class because you could just lay across the whole plane row. You had the whole row to yourself. You had all hotels, super cheap. It was lovely. It was lovely. Then all the people came out again, which I love people, so that's lovely too. I didn't participate at all. Went to Puerto Rico, went everywhere. It was lovely. It was very lovely. I don't know. Every day I go out for a walk. I did that exact same thing every single day. Nothing happened to me or anyone I know. So congratulations, Zaire. And now when we were back there, I said, aha, the world has come around. We've come around. And 2020 and 2021 was so profound for us, right?
Yes, it was. And you know what, Kaisi, I remember on the first round, I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, it's probably going to be another 5 years. I'm like, I said, no. I said, so you better not make this another 5 years for me. So I'm so glad that it sped it up for me for this week, that it didn't take that long for me to get my life. So yes.
I'm so glad too. You know what I think speeded it up? Being here every morning, that we're here every morning, because this has put rocket fuel on all of us. If you don't have rocket fuel on your ascension, just be here every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Don't play with yourself. Don't play with your life. And then if you come here every morning, 7 a.m. Eastern time, for what we are in this 365-day curriculum, because an untrained mind can accomplish nothing. If you do that every day, and then you're at the events too, your 2022 life will be unrecognizable. Your life will be unrecognizable because we're about to be in Dubai 2 months from now. And 3 months from now, we're about to be in New Orleans. Get ready. And 4 months from now, we're about to be in Cappadocia. Is that where we're going to be 4 months from now? Get ready. Like, get yourself ready. And I am praying. Thank you, Spirit. I intend that ascension will make you so wealthy that you'll look at 3 or 4 people and say, I got y'all for this retreat. And you go on the website, you register for like 4 or 5 people, like some of y'all were doing for the Christian Witches Convention. Register for 2 or more tickets. You know, you got yourself and you got other people. Galactic Signature. Queen Hadassah. Y'all freaking blew my mind today. Blew my mind. Queen Hadassah.
Yes, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I am
amazing.
Right in this beautiful place with my beautiful, so beautiful, so loving. And I just can't believe that I attracted this people. And I'm so grateful to him. He cares for me, just every inch of me. And I'm so proud to know him. And I met him my first trip to when I first came back home, but I ignored him. I'm like, nah, when he said, no, you weren't ready. I was not ready. I was not teachable. I was not happy. You know, I cried for 6 months on this beach, and now I'm back.
I think we're losing the signal there. I know you got a strong signal over there though, because you want a boucation. So I know you. Okay.
I feel the matrix of universal fire with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power double. I am a Holican. I transport yellow galactic spectrum. I dissolve in
All right now, and all your yellows in the house, you know what you're about. You know you are the Fire Clan. And I tell you one thing, Fire Clan almost shut it down. No, they did shut it down. Where's all our Fire Clan on stage? Fire Clan? Anybody Fire Clan on stage? Unmute and let's hear
Hello,
you.
it's a yellow Sunday. It's a yellow Sunday.
It's Sunday. Come on, Fire Clan. Fire Clan killed it. Y'all shut it down on at 222. Y'all were like, wow, Fire Clan. Y'all killed it. Y'all killed it, Fire Clan. All right, you know how we do every day. Send some love to everybody to all my love tubers and Facebook, and send some love everybody on stage. Unmute. Send some love. See y'all tomorrow morning. Love you.